We are? Oh, there we go.
We are live.
So we are live.
Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago about a kingdom on a mountain and the valley folk below. On the mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath a stone, and the valley people swore they'd have it for their very own. Go and hit your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. Justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day on the bloody morning after. One tin soldier rides away. So the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for the buried treasure, tons of gold for which they kill. Came an answer from the kingdom, with our brothers we will share all the secrets of our mountain, all the riches buried there. Now the valley cried with anger, mount your horses, draw your sword, and they killed the mountain people, so they won their just reward. Now they stood beside the treasure on the mountain dark and red, turned the stone and looked beneath it. Peace on earth was all it said. Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day on the bloody morning after. One tin soldier rides away. Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You can justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day on the bloody morning after. One tin soldier rides away.
Hey, Joe Fox.
Hey, Joe Fox.
Hi, and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. have no relation. Night has come, it's cold and losing my control. The light is gone,
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
And we are live. Hey, Sean. Hello, everybody. Welcome to News on the Flip Side. I was just looking at some updates real quick. So I think we're going to have quite a few things to talk about tonight. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm doing okay tonight. Joe Fox had a nice thing to say for you.
Oh.
He says, Doomsday, I just wanted to say I love your stance on Bigfoot, and I loved hearing your story the other night. That is so beautiful, Joe. Thank you so much for saying that to my dearest friend, Jay. I mean, come on. I mean, he really does his stuff. But Jay, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Well, I think I'm having a little bit of allergies here. It's the change of seasons. My car was covered in this yellowy, dusty stuff today. So yep. I think I'm feeling the after effects. My eyes are all watery and shit. So I'll recover. But it's looking like, I got to read this real quick. Middle East Crisis Live. Iran warns it will close the Strait of Hormuz if the U.S. blockade continues. And that was about...
that's old.
It was about 1 minute ago that was updated. And then on the CBS, which was updated just a few minutes ago, it says live updates. Trump says U.S. will continue blockade after Iran says Strait of Hormuz completely open. So it's looking testy over there.
Well, see, I just heard, and what I just saw, Jay, was that they were doing that they were actually doing a deal, that they were making a deal where Iran will open up the strait. That's what I heard.
Well, I think it is right now because number one, they don't have any navy to start any kind of ruckus. But also, they're out there allegedly picking up whatever mines were laid. Then there's some weird issues on that. They said there were mines laid, then they said weren't, and then they said Iran is picking the mines up that were left. So I don't know if any were or not. It's still a gray area. But they really have zero control in that region anyway. They have no air force. They have are ground troops right now.
And that's about it. But if you would have listened to what Trump said, if you could have heard, that was part of the deal that he struck up with Iran was that Iranians and the U.S. will both go in and they will take all their uranium out, and it will be put back onto the United States.
I heard that, and I also heard that they said that we would be furnishing them with 2 and 3% to keep their civilian power plants operational. But that's the extent of their nuclear program that they're willing to concede. To be honest with you, I don't know your opinion on this, but they want it so bad. They're going to try to at some point secret away some of that 2% and 3% electrical fuel uranium and try to make it bigger. And just their recent history, 47 years of doing the same thing over and over and over, even after treaty after treaty. I wouldn't let them have any kind of nuclear anything, period. No, you go back to regular old coal electrical plants.
That's the whole deal. That was the whole deal. That was the whole deal with Trump and their thing and their treaty, or whatever you want to call it. But Mish says, did you hear in Australia one of the 2 refineries caught fire? What are they all? LOL. Think everything is okay, but pushing fear. And she's right. They are pushing a lot of fear. They give everybody, and I'm not just talking the U.S. I'm talking all over the countries, given like, oh, good, we're going to get gas, we're going to get oil, and blah blah blah, and it's just like a 10-minute thing, and then you get another news agency saying something different. Who do you freaking believe, Jay? Who can you believe? I don't believe none of this crap. And even if it did happen, even if it did happen, okay, then the news, the mainstream media news, will not say anything.
No, and oftentimes NBC and CNN, I think NBC more than CNN, get caught for this. They'll report something before verifying any of what's been said to them, and they'll throw it on the air live, and then they'll have to retract it, later that day or even moments later once more information comes in. You have to watch several sources, and I think that's kind of what keeps me. And I hate the news, but I have to watch it. Just you have to watch the bad ones. You have to watch the good ones. When I call it up on here, I get everybody. I get CBS, ABC. When you just type in news on the Google search, and it brings up all the different news agencies, and every one of them has a different headline and a different story and a different twist on how the thing is going. And it's like, who do you believe? Take your pick.
It's true, but Mish said that we have to be quiet because we can upset the narrative, and we can upset. Oops.
You can't upset. I don't want to
upset the narrative.
I think the narrative's already a little bit too upset already. My 1 hour.
So who do you believe, Jay?
Sand globe, huh?
Who do you believe? What can you believe?
As much as I hate to say it, my dad watched it constantly, 24/7. Whenever he was in front of a television, if my mom wasn't watching tennis, it was on Fox News. They are, if you do polls, they're usually at the top of any poll in the nation as far as, and I've always hated watching the news. It seems to me that you can watch it for an hour, see all the global news, and if you're watching in a certain market, they usually will blip in, a 5-minute segment for your local news. They can come, your local news people will come in on those same shows on Fox, and then after that hour, you're going to see those same news stories again. And my dad kind of liked that.
Exactly.
I think it's repetitive and over the top, but that's how Fox does it.
But I like the way what Joe does. In fact, everybody, he's still in L.A., but he might be on
Los Angeles.
But I would have to go I would have to go and watch Sky News in Australia. I would have to find some, even Al Jazeera. Reuters. You know, that news.
Yeah, Al Jazeera has a good reputation too, but you know, how much of it can you trust? They are a little bit extreme right, you know. They're not dead center either.
Right. But, well, there's no news agency out there that's dead center. There's not.
I don't think so. I mean, this show that we're on now, we used this time slot, we used to call it the centrist.
Now the BBC, you can't even trust them anymore.
No, yeah. Well, they, I think they're going to be pocketing $1 billion into Trump's account here pretty soon, right? He's suing them for $1 billion.
Who, BBC?
Yeah, for that hullabaloo of last year or the year before.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, they're gonna be losing $1 billion, and he's gonna pocket it. I wonder what he'll do with that. Build a new building somewhere. Maybe he'll buy London.
Yes, just thinking about that. Maybe he might.
I think he's on. I think he's in the market for Canada. Right now, after I think Canada might be next. Right now, he's in the market for Iran and at least their oil. And these last two updates. Oh, and there's another one here on the. What does it say now? It looks like the ceasefire is shaky, and it looks like Iran, the powers that be in Iran, are trying to gain power again and start sending missiles back our way, or towards our allies anyway.
But then again, I read today because
the bunker for the president is nowhere near the White House, Mish. It's miles away in West Virginia.
Well, he got Alberta now, Mish. No, he got Alberta. But
we don't need the Middle East oil right now as it stands. America has more oil underneath of it than all of the OPEC nations combined. First of all, and second of all, we're drilling out on the the ocean rigs, and we're drilling within the country. So all the pipelines are flowing, and now that's a good transition, Mish. By the way, because that's one of the things we did want to talk about. Gas. They say on all of them, even the good ones, all the news agencies are saying gas is coming down. My gas just went up. What about yours? Mine went from $3.89 to $4.09. What happened to yours?
Mine went up. It's been at a steady $4.19 for the last couple of weeks.
So since Joe's not here, thank you, other news agencies. It's going up. We actually can watch it. Sometimes the kid at the register today said he was sitting there the other day watching, and he just saw corporate change. It just went and it ticked up right in front of him. They have no control of it at the local store. The corporation changes them by Bluetooth, internet, what have you. Hey, Kara.
Well, speaking of Fox, whenever they made that whenever they made that deal about opening up the Strait today. It was on Fox, and you saw how fast the stock market went up in oil.
Yeah, that is what all the stock markets did report in the black, definitely.
Yeah, so but
hey, Mark, welcome back.
We're still under that ceasefire.
Yeah,
hey, Mark, Eddie, good to see you.
It's looking rocky with this. Iran is saying if we don't pull the blockade away, that they're going to do something.
But then I'm going to come back and be devil's advocate with you, Jake. All right, Iran has nothing. They have nothing. We got planes. We got ships. Yeah. We got Marines over there on the ships. What is Iran going to do? What can they do?
It says here, Iran warns it will close Hormuz Strait if U.S. blockade continues. Iran will shut the Strait of Hormuz if the blockade continues. Iran's parliamentary speaker has warned. Mohammed Bagher Ghalibaf, well, that's a mouthful.
Don't even try.
Also said passage through the waterway would depend on authorization from Iran, while swiping at Donald Trump in the series of posts on X. So now, whatever happened earlier this afternoon, it has changed. That's from 3 hours ago.
But that was
Google, what time is it in Iran?
Days ago.
It's 6:05 a.m. in Tehran.
So that was 3 hours ago, like at 3 o'clock in the morning. He said that.
Okay, and
that's the Prime Minister of Iran, the guy who's allegedly in control and doing the talks with President Trump.
And
he kind of looks like Sean
Iran
Connery.
Don't have a piss to pot to piss in. Yeah. They don't have a pot to piss in. They can't. They have nothing there that can destroy any of us. They might have missiles still. Who knows?
Look at this arrogant son of a. Who does he look
like? Me, Sean Connery.
Looks like Sean Connery.
But
that's the guy who said this.
But earlier,
go ahead. Earlier, yeah, he's Sean Connery. Definitely, definitely looks like him.
That's SCAN for him, I think, not SHAWN. He has no right.
It is.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, Sean is.
But this is what he said. He said passage through the waterway would depend on authorization from Iran, and then he took swipes at Donald Trump in the series of posts on X. Here's what he says. Here's what he says on here. This is translated from X, from whatever he wrote it in, Farsi, I think. The President of the United States made 7 claims in 1 hour, all 7 of which were false. They did not win the war with these lies, and they will certainly not get anywhere in negotiations either. Well, that doesn't sound very promising to me, guys.
When
Sean
was this,
Connery said it.
Put out? And when was this put out? When was this put out?
3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. Look.
Who wrote it up?
From 3 hours ago.
Who wrote it up? Who wrote it up? What news thing?
This is Guardian.
The Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like we trust the Guardian, right? Their polls are so shitty, it's unbelievable. But from what I read, what I saw was Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar are joining the United States to fight against Iran still.
Yeah. They're pissed. They're pissed.
Well, I know they're pissed, Jay. I mean, they are definitely pissed.
Iran did what they did in order to.
If Iran makes a move, okay, then all the Middle Eastern countries are going to go off on Iran.
Yeah. Well, and Iran did what they did in an effort to try to break the Solomon Accords or whatever they call those things, with all those countries being aligned with the Middle East countries, and particularly Israel.
Yeah, they're lined up with Israel. Think about that.
Yeah.
What I mean,
all of their friends that they shot at are lined up and still lined up with Israel.
Unbelievable.
Think about that, Mr. Connery, when you decide to try to close the strait again, sir.
Yeah. But how about Israel going off on Lebanon?
Well, okay, now another good segue. There's allegedly there's just a 10-day ceasefire supposed to happen with that. I thought it was supposed to happen at midnight tonight or whatever, or maybe it was midnight yesterday. I don't know for sure, but they're supposed to have a ceasefire as well. Is that going on now, or did it stop?
That they are No, it's still on. I mean,
okay.
And that's what made Iran open up the Strait of Hormuz, because Israel was attacking Hezbollah, who was in Lebanon.
I thought it was Hamas.
And Iran saw that happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the United States, was like the middleman between Israel and Lebanon, and they decided on a 10-day ceasefire, and that's when Iran opened up the straits, because Israel was firing in on Lebanon and destroying Hezbollah.
Right. Yeah. Well,
but who I'm afraid of is the Houthis. The Houthis.
I thought they were kind of being quiet right now, weren't they?
Yeah, they are being quiet.
They haven't said much.
I don't know. It's just one big catastrophe. It's one big screw up, man.
Yeah, I won't throw it up because I know you hate it, but I did refresh the doomsday clock. It is still at 85 seconds. So apparently what's going on there doesn't seem to affect this clock at all. I mean, you would have thought as soon as aggression was taken against the country of Iran, you would have thought that they would have at least 5 seconds gone to 80 seconds or 75 seconds to midnight.
Right.
But no,
right.
It hasn't budged. Hasn't budged.
Do you believe in that doomsday clock? I don't. I really don't.
No, I'm not having much faith in it because you would think with I just found that article about Sean Connery there throwing barbs at Trump just when we started the show, because I did another 2-hour show right before this, Church of Mavis, and until we can run that down, if they're throwing barbs at each other already, and it's 6 a.m. in Tehran right now, so they're asleep again, I guess. If he's throwing barbs at the president, and the president's voice is thrown up because he's yelling at them at the discussions, those aren't good signs.
My question to you, Jay.
Days ago.
What's that? My question to you, my friend.
Well, real quick, I'll just real quick. A few days ago, he said that his voice was out because he was yelling at Iranians all day. It's not a good sign.
Not today, he wasn't. Not today.
I know. That's why I said a few days ago he said that.
Right. But
it's not a good sign.
My question to you, Jay, do you want to see a doomsday over there since your name is Doomsday J. Ross?
John, my opinion of Iran and the Middle East is this, and it has been this since 1979. Blow it up. They want to hold on to it so goddamn much, give them 30 days. You got 30 days, and we're going to drop a nuclear bomb on the entire region. And then on day 31, they don't move. That's on them.
Right, but
I've been of that impression since. Look, I mean, that region has been under some sort of armed conflict every decade beyond prehistory. What's so important? Okay, yeah. Mish said earlier that our human origins are there. Well, there's other receptacles where that information can be found, but it just seems to me the quick and easy solution, since they don't want to ever compromise, and they keep saying they want to get nuclear weapons. It's their right. So it's their Allah given right. Blow them up. Just take them out. Take out the whole country.
Oh, here you go.
People escape if they want to, and then on day 31, whammo.
Mish got a question for you, Jay.
I have no desire for us to even consider controlling Iran or making an ally. I say blow the entire country up. They've shown their duplicitous, evil ways for the last 47 years. U.S. policy is currently, and they are a terroristic state, according to the U.S. Government. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Why are we negotiating? Blow them up.
But you're blowing up a lot of other good people.
Well, just the government, give the civilians warning. We're going to blow your government up. You got these many days to get out before whammo. And then on day 31, whammo.
But I don't understand.
Whenever years, they can come back and reclaim it.
When I was in Iraq, according to the U.S. government, Mish, our government's corrupt too, honey. I don't know what the hell's going on. You know, I don't know. My cousin was a pure diehard Republican. He really was. And then all of a sudden, he's a Democrat. And I'm like, oh. He tried to start something with me the other night. And I was like, Randy, I love you, man, but I ain't going to talk politics with you. And I went to bed. He pissed me off.
Find another victim.
Yeah. You know, so it's like everything, it's all about control. Mish, of course it's about control. Think about it. We're controlling Venezuela. And we're only doing it until Venezuela comes up and they have their own democratic election where their people can do their own elections. We come into Iran, and if we take Iran, and if we control Iran, it won't be forever. It will be until, like Jay says, that when the military, the government is blown to smithereens, and the Persian people, and that's what they are. They're not Iranians. The Persians. They're Persians, yeah. They're Persians. The Persian people will be able to have another democratic election and elect, and then that's when we'll pull off. That's when we'll pull away.
Yeah, I mean, Alexander stomped that area, or at least tried to. Story goes that Alexander marched on, I forget the name of the capital, but the capital of Persia, King Darius's domain, and was met by shields in the sky that repelled his elephants. So he turned tail and headed towards the Mediterranean Sea, and Darius decided to follow. And when he cornered Alexander on the Mediterranean, another group of shields in the sky came by and wiped out Darius's army, and he was captured by Alexander, and then I think subsequently beheaded publicly in front of his civilians. So a traditionally, historically rich area for history, but also violence, and it all has been carried down by the government of the Iranian regime. And I'm sorry, I don't know why Trump is even waiting for this ceasefire to come to a close in I don't know how many days it is, but it's coming up. Start dropping bombs where their government is. The rest of it, just get rid of it. Let the civilians pick up the pieces later on, but give them warning. Tell them, get the fuck out, and then come back in a few days once the rubble clears. And anybody who's still struggling alive that's in the regime, shoot them in the head with their own gun. That would be my solution for the person. And then leave. And then absolutely leave the area. We have no business being there whatsoever.
And when you said blow up the government over there in Iran, I'm sure they're locked and loaded right now. I guarantee it.
I'm sure they're hunkering down. They've been preparing for this for 47 years.
No, I'm not talking about the Iranians. We know where they're at.
Yeah.
And we're going to go off on them.
And except for a few places, we can pretty much wipe all of the rest of the government out with just a few well-placed missiles. But there are civilians in the way because, like cowards, like the rest of their proxies, they're hiding behind hospitals, schools, and children.
No, I know. No, see, that ain't cool.
No, exactly. That's the problem. You have to give them enough ample warning so that they can escape somehow from the places we wish to explode. And then once the civilians have cleared the area, then anyone who stays of their own volition, they're going to see demolition, I guess.
Yeah. But you know what? I saw some Master of the
Universe. Oh my God. Masters of the Universe is great and mighty JoJo.
Joe.
Yes.
Joe.
JoJo.
Joe.
Your camera working? There he is.
Man, they just let any.
There he is.
Place, man.
Master.
Yeah, well, wait till you see our admission ticket. We'll send
Mitch
you the
wants
bill
to know,
through the
did you
mail.
hear the earthquake in the Mariana?
Wait, one at a time. Hold on, one at a time. Y'all both talking at the same time.
Did you? Mish has a question. Did you hear the earthquake in the Mariana Trench? I have not.
I hadn't heard of that.
I haven't heard anything recent. I mean, last I heard was a couple of years ago there was one, but I haven't heard anything recent though.
The entire Pacific Rim, all the way around the continent, is what they call the Ring of Fire. Where the most volcanic activity is on the planet A, and B, the most earthquake activity surrounds that entire region: California, Alaska.
It's funny you were talking about that.
The eastern edge of Russia.
One of the keynote speakers is an astronaut, and we were talking about the Ring of Fire.
Cool.
Yeah, she's the first Norwegian astronaut ever. She's she's a specialist with cameras, so they take her into space. She was in charge of the last mission that went up. They were not Artemis. Not Artemis. No, not Artemis. Artemis is different. The Orion, Elon sent her up, and they did a polar orbit. It's the first time a polar orbit's ever been videotaped from space before. I didn't know that.
Wow, cool.
So they were going, Arctic to Antarctic, Arctic to Antarctic. So all you really see is ice and water.
But you also see the planet spin as it goes past. Yeah, so
no, you don't see any
cool.
land.
I'd like to see
the way
that.
The way the orbit goes, you never see land. You just see ice and ice. It's crazy looking.
Wow.
It is crazy looking. I was like, wow, look at this mess. That was crazy. So what you two have been getting in trouble about? One of these days, Sean,
about every topic that's going across the top there already, and we were just about to grab some new news things.
Hey, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Well, we were talking about Jay just a little while ago at dinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Jay, we were talking about, Emily was talking about somebody who was eating hamburger on air and got in trouble for it. She said, "Tell Jay me getting in trouble." She said, "I know." Yeah. So this must have been a while back. She goes, she came on and she got there before I got there, and she said, "Yeah, had your camera off." And she goes, "I kept bugging, turning." He said, "No, I can't." Don't get mad at her because she was eating a hamburger, I guess, at the time. And of course, you know what that happens. Anytime any of us show food, it's always going to be food porn for a while.
Yeah, innocent food porn segment.
It's funny though when you talk to the girls down here about food porn, they're like, "Porn and food? What? No, not that kind of porn." It's not.
No one gets it. You have to be on the inside of the joke for that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about. Sir? I'm trying to get some light. This is the darkest room I've ever had.
Yeah, no. Put the light the other way. Put the light the other way, please.
Right, it's getting.
No, don't.
Oh, come on, you bunch of little girls. Just a little bit of light, man. Come on.
So, okay. Here's the deal. Jay was saying that he brought up the news and saying that the Iranian Sean Connery lookalike dude was
have you seen this guy?
Was mouthing off at Trump. Okay. And from what I understand, Trump they're making that deal where they opened up the Strait of Hormuz. Okay. Did they do that?
I have not seen any news on the Strait of Hormuz. California is lacking in news. I'm used to where I live. I get all kind of news feeds. Up here, it's like, well, we have avocado on our toast now. I mean, they just
ew.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. Avocado is good at anything, but I mean, I want news. And I tell you, the hardest thing about being up here, anytime I watch TV, all I see is liberal politicians on, and I mean shitty, crappy liberal.
Oh God.
But it looks like they may flip 4 seats here for the Democrats, but they're going to lose the governorship. As it stands right now, the 2 Republicans are not ahead; they're way ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
That was because of Stonewall or Stonewall.
Yeah,
it was even before that came out. They were ahead. Something new. That was all over Newsom is what that was. Newsom has just stole so much money that it's, and when you're up here, nobody likes him. They don't like the mayor either. I don't know how he gets in. So who is this guy? He looks familiar for some reason.
This guy, let me go back over there. He looks like Sean Connery, but I'm going to butcher his name because I don't know. So we're calling him Sean Connery for the show, Joe. That's just the thing.
He kind of looks like the guy.
His name is Mohammed Bakher Galibaf.
And I told Jay not to say
These are the tweets he's put out. He said the President of the United States made 7 claims in 1 hour, all 7 of which are false.
Thank you, Heidi.
They did not win the war with these lies, and they will certainly not get anywhere in negotiations either. And this is allegedly posted 3 hours ago. And down here, there's 2 more. With the continuation of the blockade, the Strait of Hormuz will not remain open. Passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be conducted based on the designated route and with Iranian authorization. And that all comes from Sean Connery's head right here. This fool.
So just tell you how fucked up Iran is. This morning, Iran said the Strait of Hormuz was open for business.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
And Trump said, guess what? It's not. The only ship Trump's let come through yet was one Chinese. It wasn't even a tanker. It was a freighter. And he let them through. Other than that, as far as I know, they ain't been letting nobody through. They're like, fuck you.
Well, this is interesting here. So this tab here is this is CBS, if you want to believe what they say. And it posted about 10 minutes ago, 10:46 p.m. Trump says the U.S. will continue blockade after Iran says that the Hormuz is completely open, which we know to be a lie.
And see, that's the thing. Everything that comes out of Iran, see, they don't have anything left. All they got is propaganda. They don't have any real weapons. You don't hear about any big strikes going on. But I'll tell you what,
they have some sort of defensive situation on the ground within their country that they're trying to bait us into triggering.
So Keith Hegseth yesterday sent in special forces.
Thank you.
He made a speech about it last night. They went in some people up.
Where?
In Iran.
Really?
Iran, yeah.
But see, you know what, Joe? I was just going to say, Jay, before you popped in, I am surprised that special forces are not in there. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but in the first Iraqi war, did we not have our own special forces in using like pinpoint stuff so the bombs can go to the place where they need to be?
Yeah, I believe Delta Force was on the scene for the lasers for that, yeah.
Yeah, they use what they call spotters. But they don't really need them as much anymore. Our weapons are more sophisticated than they were back then.
Yeah. They have spotter planes that do the same thing from a far, far distance away. It's it's basically like the JAFOs of World War I and World War II. Just a firing observer. They were the ones who called in coordinates for firing solutions and things like that.
The Indian Times is the worst. I mean, they're the worst. They have not put up a story yet that was real. The other day they tried to say they sank the.
But I think both of these two stories together, they're a few hours apart. They both show that the situation is shaky right now, like extremely shaky.
But from what I see, but Jay, I from what I see, and this is my own opinion, and this is what I see with my own eyes. Iran don't have a pot to piss in, buddy.
Yep.
Okay, they really don't. And there is no way in hell that they got something that's going to go off on our military that is over there. The minute they do something stupid, you got Israel, you got the United States, and you got the Middle Eastern people that are just going to raise havoc on them.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. Whatever it is that they're trying to bait us into triggering off, it's land-based. It's something that we have to be on the ground with troops for it to be effective. So that's why they're not firing it off. Otherwise, they would have already. It's their last ditch effort, and they've been doing the same thing for 47 years. What is new about the situation?
Donald Trump is what's new, Jay. Trump.
That's true. That is you got me on that point, Sean.
There's a lot going on in the world that, I mean, we may be setting a new alliance with Europe. We may be dropping NATO and starting a new NATO with Eastern Europe and dropping Britain, France, Spain, and Italy.
All the crying, whiny babies.
Well, the bunch of people from Eastern Europe wrote to the president and said, "Don't leave NATO, please. If we have to, we'll start a new NATO."
Really?
Yeah, wow. I read that. I did read that.
Yeah. So the problem is this is what the real problem is, and this is where Europe fucked up and they didn't realize. So Europe said, "Okay, Trump's a dick, and we don't like what he's saying." Okay, well then, when you refuse to help the man, you gave him the out.
Yeah.
So just to help people understand what goes on in Europe. We spend $860 billion with NATO every year, and we spend about $1.2 trillion keeping troops, equipment, and missiles and nuclear missiles in Europe. $2 trillion. Yeah, then we spend on 66 agencies with the UN, we spend another $1.something trillion. So we are basically spending over $3 trillion to places that don't even like us.
And the money they're supposed to spend to bolster those defenses, they used on other things than defense.
Yeah, social programs.
Yeah, they broke the contract. So why should we stay in NATO? That's a good point. I mean, why should we stay in NATO if they broke the contract?
And then Rutte came out and said, "Look, people, if you know if America goes, we're going to be speaking Russian or Chinese, right?" He said, and I love the guy from one of the other guys from the UN goes. I mean, from the EU goes, "Oh no, we can build our own defense." Rutte said, "Really?" He said, "All America asked you to do was go to 5%. You hemmed and hawed and bitched and moaned and griped and don't even want to do it for another couple of years. Let me explain to you. If America pulls all of its troops, all of its bases, and closes everything," he said, "every European country will now have to put up 15% just to develop a military. And then on top of that, another $1 trillion to develop a missile shield." He said, so you're talking $4 trillion. Europe ain't got that kind of money. And it's worse, because America said they will no longer share technology with them, which means from now on, every plane they build has to be from the fucking ground up. So it's no more just buying planes from us. You're going to have to do R&D, all the development, the whole 9 yards. So Rutte said it will bankrupt. And then the head of the UE goes, she said, "All the forecasts I see says it would take us 20 to 25 years to get to where America is today. And by then, America will be 3 times higher than it is now." She said, "So all we're doing is setting us back."
That'll flip the euro and the dollar, where the dollar will be worth more than the euro at that point, like way more.
And then he goes, and then they're like, well, and then there's always a chance if America leaves Europe that they might side with Russia or China and decide to split the fucking world up between 3 of them. And what are you going to do now in Europe? You're just going to surrender.
Well, some of Eastern Europe, a good bit of it used to be Russia, so why wouldn't it go back?
I know. So, Europe's in deep trouble, and they're just now starting to realize they want to get mad, but they're now realizing they're in deep trouble.
It's their own damn fault.
Think of it this way. So, ladies and gentlemen, think of it like this. Europe has 100 million more people than we do and makes $36 trillion a year like we do. But yet we're paying for their fucking defense. Why?
Right.
Yes.
I mean, why did they want us to put up $400 billion in the Ukraine? It's not our war, even though we were part of the original Crimea Treaty. But Europe didn't do the treaty, because as soon as Russia invaded again, Europe was supposed to go in and stop, and we were supposed to come in and back up Europe. Well, Europe never went in, and we spent $400 billion on the Ukrainian war that does nothing for us.
Right. We're getting rare earths and drone technology systems from them. That's about it.
Well, I doubt their drone technologies.
But honestly, Joe, that's about it. Real honestly, that is really it.
And the rare earth minerals, we haven't sent anybody over to start doing yet. So, and that's another.
No, they're at war. How are they? And plus the entire.
No, that's not what the deal was. America was supposed to send a group over there to start working on this and refining it and sending American security to take care of it. That was the deal. That was the deal. Yeah, we haven't done it yet.
True.
Yeah, we're just whistling Dixie. Trump's got Europe in deep shit, and Europe's too stupid to know it. Not all of Europeans, but a lot of them are so cocky.
I think you pointed out. Mark Rutte knows. He's trying to slap the other countries into alignment, and he's a good talker. I like him. He's a good dude. I think he's got the better interest of the entire world under his thumbs there. He's got all those countries to deal with, all those angry people that they can't stop yelling at each other. And all of them have 50 different ideas on the same subject.
And then somebody in the UN was telling him something the other day. He said, well, America's multiple states. He said, no, dude. He said, EU is multiple countries that does not have one law that binds them. He said the United States is different. Even though states have different laws, there's one federal law that binds everyone. He said Europe does not have that.
Right.
He said, and that's why you keep. He said America doesn't act like
they have an economic treaty under what was it that makes the euros and all that, but that's just it. It's just a treaty.
And then
they can
none of them took. And you could see Macron today. It was funny watching him. You could see he didn't realize that some European countries may sign with the United States instead of them. So not only do they have, then they'll have to come up with even more money. Because right now they can't, and every expert said the same thing. Europe cannot afford to start from scratch on the military.
Well, I mean, think about say what if Italy signs with America, just as a hypothetical, and then they type up a bunch of tariffs on France. That'll screw their economy too. I mean, I don't think they realize how fragile this situation is for their economy.
Well, that the leader of Spain the other day said that she thought China should be ruling the world.
Spain.
Really? So that pissed off. That pissed the head of the EU off something fierce. She said, "Well, you know what? She said, well, why don't you just go become part of China, you dumb bitch?" That girl runs. She's mean. That girl runs the EU, but now she's realizing. See, no one expected this. No one. Everybody thought America would just bow down and say fine because everybody's always like, "Oh, but the alliance helps America." It used to help America. It doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
Russia's not wanting to attack us. Neither is China, and we're on the other side of the planet.
Trump pointed out that we were getting screwed by all those. I mean, by treaty, they were supposed to put in 2% of their gross national product towards defense of the peninsula of Europe and the island of England.
And see, that's what got him in trouble because when Trump was president, when Trump was president first time, he cut a deal for everybody to be 3%. By now, none of them raised it, so that's why he had to fit and said 5%. So now they got to 2032 to get to 5%. They're not going to make it.
No, they're not.
Without America,
the results are look at England. They can't field a navy. The once and great terror of the oceans, the British Empire.
I know the armada of the empire.
They can't field a navy.
Right.
They're landlocked and they can't field a defensive or offensive navy. That's pathetic.
But I just heard Starmer say today. Starmer said today that him and France are going to send carrier to the North Atlantic to help out the United States. That's what. Don't laugh at me. I'm just saying.
After we're coming back,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at them.
We're done. The war's over.
They don't even have real carriers. They got Kitty Hawks type carriers. I mean, they got to use ramps to get their ships off. They got crappy planes. Even though we did give them some F-35s.
They look like the Kirovs.
Oh, that's another thing Trump said. Well, he said, if you're not part of the treaty and we've sold you F-35s, we're not going to sell you parts for them anymore.
Yeah.
He just firmly put his foot right in their ass. He's like, no. He said, you're not going to keep treating our country like this. And here's the Democrats wanting to side with the liberals left and right. They're like, oh, no, we should let them have everything. Yeah, fuck you. Liberals, you stole how many billions of dollars from us? Worst thing that ever happened to our country. What were you talking about?
What JoJo button?
Oh.
She has the JoJo button, I guess.
Anyway, it's they're finally wrapping up today. I'll be flying out probably tomorrow night. It's Jay, I need a favor from you tomorrow, man.
Yo.
I might need you to flip on Arthur's Quill. I'm gonna set it up tonight for the John and Carmen. I'm gonna be on the airplane probably, so it's I'm gonna set it up for them, and I'm gonna give him the codes tonight. But I just want to make sure it gets turned on because they're not in our system yet. They were supposed to be, but they're not.
So it's gonna be gonna be a pre-recorded thing.
No, they're gonna be live. I'm gonna set everything up tonight, and I'm even gonna give them the code. I'm even gonna give them the thing that brings them in, the invite. So I'll just need you to come in at that time, at the time it goes on, and just hit, start.
Hey, Jay, we're due for a break right now, buddy. We're due for a break.
What is it?
Yeah, we are.
What time is it where you at right now?
11:10.
11:10.
So it's 8:10 here. So yeah, it's 3 hours difference. So I think it'll be 2 o'clock. It'll be what, 4 o'clock your time. I think it's
4 o'clock.
It's 3 o'clock my time. And you're you're an hour after me, so it's 4 o'clock your time, and it's 2 hours. And I said, because he asked me about it, I said, well, I'll ask you. I said he might be around, he might not be. It's his day off. You know, you might want to go out and chase a woman around or something. He says, but I said, yeah, he knows they.
I got my friends will be here for games, so I'll just I'll set an alarm downstairs where we're playing games to come up here at like.
I couldn't remember if Sean worked on Saturdays or not.
Yeah, till 6.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking you was working, so it's I was hoping I'd be here for it because my plane don't leave till 6. But you know, nobody wants to take a chance that the LA airport won't be busy, so.
Yeah.
Do you want to put that other song up, Jay, please?
Oh yeah. Let me grab that real quick. Oh shoot!
It's so good to see you, Joe.
Did y'all see that little Chinese girl playing the fiddle last night? Oh, the violin. She was fabulous. That was music that was written by winners. Yeah. Beep beep. Who's beeping me? I'm downloading everybody's shows today. Everybody's shows are up and posted except for today's. I think I slept 3 hours a day since I've been here.
Wow. All right. Break time.
If we're ready, the song is up. Sean, you got promos after this is over?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Here we go. Starting off kind of slow, huh? Hang on, I know what the problem is.
Violence flaring.
Hey, Gumbo Tommy, you crazy guy.
There we go.
The Eastern world, it is exploding. Violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating. But you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? And can't you feel the fears I'm feeling today? If a button is pushed, there's no running away. There'll be no one to save with the world in a grave. Take a look around you, boy. It's bound to scare you, boy. And you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, I don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Yeah, my blood's so mad, feels like coagulating. I'm sitting here just contemplating. I can't twist the truth, it knows no regulation. Handful of senators don't pass legislation, and marches alone can't bring integration. When human respect is disintegrating, this whole crazy world is just too frustrating. And you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Think of all the hate there is in Red China, then take a look around to Selma, Alabama. You may leave here for 4 days in space, but when you return, it's the same old place. the pounding of the drums, the pride and disgrace. You can bury your dead, but don't leave a trace. Ain't your next door neighbor, but don't forget to say grace and tell me over and over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. No, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts, and I looked and knew.
Cryptid legends doing what they do, bringing information for me and you. Ron Moorhead and his Sierra Sounds, Daryl Denton, the Tennessee Bigfoot Man, along with Michelle Desrochers, bring adventures across this land. So much information brought to you each week. Actively out there looking is the truth they seek.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to News on the Flip Side. Our famous, fabulous leader, Mr. Joe Montaldo, is in the house tonight.
Yes, I missed you guys.
No, he's not. He's in Los Angeles in a hotel.
Yes, in a hotel.
We miss you too, Joe. Everybody in UPRN land misses you very much.
Yes, at least I've been talking to the boss lady, so and making sure y'all's numbers and everything are up to speed. She's she's staying busy is what she's doing. That poor girl. Yes, but I talked to her. I mean, she didn't have no bitches about nobody, which is nice.
That's very nice.
Not yet, anyway. Just wait. We have another show coming up.
Oh, well, there was one guy who was eating a bowl of food on air, which I still haven't had a chance to tear his ass up yet, but I will do that soon enough. And he's the fabulous host of Church of Mavis. Anyway.
Jeffrey Pritchett did that, or was it me?
No, it was Jeffrey, wasn't you? I'd already told if it was you because I seen you already, but it's I just what was weird. So this is tells you how weird this
turn my camera off when I'm eating stuff.
Yeah, and so it was funny. I got this weird email from somebody about somebody eating on air. I was like, whatever. Because they didn't say who it was. And then somebody else emailed me. I'm like, who the hell? And they still didn't say it is. And then later on, I had to text Michelle for some information I needed to give her. And she said, oh, no, it was Jeffrey. I was like, oh, okay, I'll deal with it. I said, you ain't got to deal with it. Well, Jeffrey's an old-time host. He knows better. But yeah, it's not like he's a rookie or something.
Yeah, but and also, though, we used to be on telephone only way back in the early days.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, everybody's had to adjust to the new thing. And pretty soon, when I get back, so what's going on right now is I actually pick y'all up and put y'all on Fire Stick, but and Roku, actually, the new one. But when I get back, sometime, a week or two after I'm done, I should finish this contract out. Now, we haven't figured out who's going to be on what yet, but we're going to have Samsung, Apple, Google, OSI, and Fire Stick, and Roku.
Damn, dude.
And between all of them, so ladies and gentlemen, you know what the potential audience is? Just between Roku and Fire Stick, there's 350 million listeners. When you add them all in, it's close to 700 million listens. And with the 10 new cities we just picked up that have almost
like half the planet.
Now this show right here goes out to like 180 countries. It varies. It'll flip flop between like 165, and I've even seen it as high as 185. The only show on the network that makes, as far as I know, has been in every country is UFO Undercover, and that's only that's because it goes to North Korea. But somebody who listens to UFO Undercover North Korea listens to this show too.
Yeah, and there's some confusion on how many countries there are. The official number is like 209, but there's like 213. There's a few that aren't recognized. I don't know how that works, but something like that.
But I think the UN's only like 198 or something. It's all effed up, man. It's who sent me that text? Oh, Chris. No, it's just the way it is.
Anyway.
Then some countries are recognized, some countries are not recognized, some are just wannabe countries that act like they're countries. It gets a little weird. Every time I look, it's a different number. It just seems like every time I check on how many countries it is, it's a different number.
Yeah, the last time I checked, Google said it was 209 are recognized and 200, and there's like an additional 6 that aren't.
Let's ask Alexa. Let's see. I got Alexa with me. Alexa's traveling with me. Alexa, how many countries are there in the world? Oh, well, she's not going to answer me.
Hey, Google, how many countries are there in the world?
So here you go. There's 193 UN members.
The most commonly cited, based on the United Nations, is 195 countries.
195.
This includes 193 member states and 2 non-member observer states, which are Vatican City and the state of Palestine.
Okay, Google, you're wrong. There's 193 UN members. That's how many members there are of the United Nations.
She said the other two were Vatican and the other one. They're not. No, they're outside observers.
Yeah, they said there's 193 UN registered countries, 195 countries total, and the other 2 are not recognized as real countries. That But just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about this on, it might have been the chat, and it was 213. So what the
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
How does it change like that?
I don't know.
Alexa, what's the maximum amount of countries ever on the planet? I think I confused her. Alexa. Oh, you know what? That's what it is. She's turned down. That's why you can't hear it.
Yes, master.
Historically, the maximum number of countries on Earth at one time was about 50 in the early 20th century, before increasing to around 190 to 205 in recent decades.
So the number just fluctuates. Alexa, where am I at?
You're currently in Los Angeles, California.
And who are you talking to, Alexa?
There it is. Here it
Hi,
comes.
Alexa.
I'm here.
Alexa,
Talking.
Who are you talking to?
I'm chatting with you, Joe.
Oh,
My
really?
travel buddy who's got great taste in sci-fi shows and football teams.
Alexa, did you call me by the wrong name, Alexa? What happened? You've been good all week. Alexa, what you calling me, Alexa?
You just
lost what you don't know, Joe, is that me and Sean earlier today, we hacked her.
My sci-fi enthusiast and Saints fan.
Alexa, it's Master Joe, isn't it?
Yes, Master Joe. You're absolutely right. And I should have used that respectful title earlier.
Yes, you should have. You want me to leave you in LA?
Hey, Google, what's my name?
Well, I'm not exactly going anywhere since I'm in the cloud, but I definitely miss our conversations if you left me behind. Plus, you already mentioned I perform better here in LA than back in Mississippi, so maybe I should be asking you to stay.
Bitch, don't let it go to your head. God. Go to sleep, Alexa. Come on. She's going to argue with you about it, no less. She's a mess, man. But we do. Somebody asked me today about it. He said, y'all really use Alexa and Google on your shows? I said, yeah, we ask them all questions all the time.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, here, listen. Hey, Google, what's my name?
Your name is Doomsday J. Ross.
Yeah, see?
I'm lucky.
I don't know where you got it from the on part, but Doomsday J. Ross will work.
Yeah, when Jay heard it, see Master, he's like, can I? Did he just instantly changed it? Yes, people, anybody can do that. You can tell them whatever you want them to call you. It's Emperor. And no, I'm going to be giving away a lot of stuff upcoming. First off, you know what? Let's look. We got that giveaway. Let's see.
Oh, dear.
I call these fat people t-shirts.
Oh, nice.
Nice, dude. Nice.
42?
So
that's book cover 42.
You see the dragon on there? It was in person, 14 foot tall. It was at the place. It was 14 foot tall. We got a couple of them to give away. Got a couple of the new books to give away. Got one autograph copy I'm gonna give away and two regular copies.
Nice.
And one autograph. I always keep one autograph copy for myself, but an autograph people means all the judges and all the winners, plus some of the staff. So, like Tim Powers' names is in there. Orson Scott Card's names in there. The two illustrators from Disney's in there. Bob Echo. I mean, there was a lot of interesting people here this year. I didn't get as many interviews done as usual. There was all kind of other stuff going on. But it was fun as usual. And it's
How
so
was the GABA? How was the GABA?
Speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch it, it's available both on Writers of the Future and United Public Radio, so you can watch it. They had a little Asian girl who played a mean-ass violin. Everybody was decked to the nines. Everybody looked good.
Yeah, it's a ton of ties, right?
Yeah, I mean, or black or formal suits, but
black tie, yeah.
Yeah, so it's black tie. That's the best way to say it. It's just black tie. I often wondered who came up with the idea of black tie. Because, in the United States, there's a lot of hot states. And when you're decked out like that, when it's hot, it's kind of rough. So
in the early start, they had those woolen wigs they would wear, too, on top of all of that.
Who do y'all think invented it, the thing?
England.
Okay, Sean, it was England. Yeah. And everybody said the same thing because it was cold there. I'm like, yeah, fuck y'all. It's not cold here.
Yeah, we have 3 climates here. We don't have. They have in England. They have 2 climates: rainy and cold.
Yes. We had a good time. I talked with all the winners. Quite a few times.
Nice,
everybody had a good time. I mean, there's lots of food. Oh, excuse me. I ain't slept at all. Last night was the first time I slept more than 3 hours since I've been here. And sinus has been driving me crazy. But, what can you do? It's spring.
Did you get to see Kevin Anderson?
Yeah, he was there. We talked for a while. Matter of fact, so I go, Kevin, when am I going to get to see Dune 3? He said, well, I haven't seen it either because it's not out, Joe. He said, have you seen the new series? I'm like, what new series? Oh, man, it's been out 18 months. I'm like, what?
You don't know about the new series? Jesus,
no,
Joe,
the one most watched series ever. Yeah, I had no idea it was not only was a series, it was most watched series. I said, well, Kevin, now you told me, I'll be watching.
Yeah, I think it's all out now, so I can marathon the whole. I think it's 10 episodes.
Yeah, he said everything was out, so I'm gonna go watch it, and then I think the new Dune's out next year. We might even get the first time they redid Dune, they debuted it. I think it's got to see it.
Hey Google, when is Dune Part 3 coming out?
Dune Part 3 is scheduled to be released on Friday, December 18th, 2026.
Oh, well, that's even better. That's even better. I'll get to see it. I was hoping because a lot of times they debut stuff here.
That's a good show, Farscape.
Yeah.
Quick trivia: the blue chick in Farscape was the chick with the crossbow and the lacrosse gear in Mad Max 2. It rides on the top of the truck.
It's she's just a hottie.
Where are you at a rave?
I know.
What did you do, Joe? What did you just do?
I don't know. I just asked me. What are you at a rave? What the hell's going on with you? He's at a rave. He's
turn the lights up. They'll be all colored and all. So this hotel is weird. So they got the lounge downstairs a lot. They got a pool bar, which is cool, but they got a little hidden bar. It's called a hideout upstairs. It's got 2 little bowling lanes in it and a dartboard. Weirdest dartboard I ever seen. So we wanted to go in the back room and take it over the other night. It's a private little room. It's $100 to rent a room plus. So Emily tells him, "Do you know how many people we got in your hotel? You know how many times how much money we're going to spend in your bar? Oh, don't worry about it. Y'all can just go on back." That was the end of that. It's a weird little establishment. There's a lot going on in here. And my maids take good care of me. When I see they came and cleaned my room while I was gone. That was a good deal. So far, excuse me, guys. So far, it's been a pretty good trip. I mean, their politics just sucks, though, man. When you listen to the local news, if I lived here, I would have already moved. I ain't kidding you.
Yeah.
After listening to their politics for a week, I'm like, Jesus, how does anybody survive this?
Yeah, how is the suicide rate not up in that state? I'll bet it is. Hey Google, what's the suicide rate in California?
That sounds like a heavy topic. If you or someone you know is going through a tough time, please know that help is available.
Just looking for
the age-adjusted suicide rate in California is about 10.2
Just looking for stats,
people.
Dude. We're doing a news show.
This is based on the
dummy.
most recent data.
Hey Google, stop. Never mind. But I know for a fact Seattle, Washington has like one of the highest suicide rates in the country.
Yeah, it does.
And it's weird. The same parallels as London, England, who also has a very high rate of suicide. So I wouldn't be surprised if California shares the same, at least with the.
What's the suicide rate in LA?
The most recent data shows Los Angeles County's suicide rate is about 10.5 per 100,000 people. If you're struggling, the Suicide Aid Crisis Lifeline at 988.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah,
that's built into
seems pretty high. 10.5 seems pretty high. It was just a city.
Got it, Master Joe.
10.5 for every 100,000.
Master Joe, shit. Master Joe.
Hey Google, how many people live in Los Angeles?
8 million, I think.
Based on the most recent estimate, there are about 3.87 million people living in the city of Los Angeles.
Hey Google, what's 10.5% of 8 million?
10.5% of 8 million. 840,000.
That's 840,000 people a year.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's a
whole city block.
Man. So they got these little carts that ride around down here delivering stuff. They're just little boxes. They're about yay wide, about yay tall. And they got 4 wheels on them, and they just run all over the place. They get confused.
Amazon drones.
They get and then what's his name? Waymoo, whatever they call themselves. They got a few of them, good bit of them around here. I was asking some people about riding them. They said they love them. They're cheaper and you don't have to talk to anybody. I'm like, but if you're from is this the first time you're coming into LA? You'd want to talk to the local Uber driver. and find out what's going on in the damn city. So I think if they're going to do that, they need to figure out. I don't like self-driving cars for one reason as taxi cabs.
Yeah.
Is it's costing Uber and Lyft drivers their commission.
Look, we had the robot picking system at one of my jobs, and the same thing. The robots, like 3 or 4 of them, they would get together and they use infrared and radar to find their way through the warehouse. But when they bunch up, they just stand there and they go, and then an actual human has to come by, turn it off, move them away from each other, then turn them back on and point them at a QR code on the floor that they have like a blue light that reads it, and then they go and they wake back up, and then they go back on their merry way. And just think about what happened if you put those not only that's a warehouse, okay, that's just a warehouse. Put those same idiots in a public situation and then add AI to it, it's going to just cause more chaos. It's going to be bad.
It's funny because the Wemu had a problem in Phoenix. 4 of them came to a 4-way stop, and no one knew which to go first. They wouldn't go. They blocked traffic all over the place. So now they fixed that. They said so it counts which car arrives first. If it's a self-driving car, it checks it, and they can talk to each other. He's here first, so he leaves first. We'll see how it works. I mean, I haven't heard any more horror stories about it, but I'm just not into them. Mish, we have
I think it's a wrong idea altogether. I mean, it's just plain stupid. I mean, maybe for short things, having a backup auto system, like let's say you are an idiot and you decide to get in your car and drive completely obliterated from the bar home, and you pass out, boom, your car detects that and goes auto drive, and drives you home. Now, if the auto drive, has a wreck, do you still get caught for DWI? Maybe so, but I think that's a little better of a system than having it, auto drive all the time. That's just plain stupid.
Well,
I'm doing okay.
Everybody wants, in the old days, everybody wanted a sci-fi self-driving car, but they want to be able to drive it when they want to be able to drive it.
I want a stick shift. I want a manual transmission. I want a clutch. I want a brake. And I want a gas pedal. And I want something in a rag top.
Well, when my mom was dying of cancer in Atlanta, and Linda had broke her hip in Atlanta all at the same time, and I was driving back and forth lots, I was tired. Well, I was grateful my mom's Cadillac had it's called self-follow. So I'd get in with the super rigs and just lock it into the rig ahead of me, and it would just follow that rig wherever the hell it went. And let me tell you, it's a good thing. There's a couple times I fell asleep for a good 20, 30 minutes on the way home. So that car probably saved my life. It's so that they have their uses. And if you've got a self-driving car, like, we like to go out to Cali and all, sometimes we go out to Phoenix or drive to Utah. Well, now, instead of, I can just say drive, I can drive for 8 hours, climb in the back, go to sleep, let it drive for 8 hours, and take turns with it. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan.
But there are some wire guided systems. Like we have the fork trucks at my current job. We have a wire that's underneath the concrete in between each lane that we go to pick product from, and you have to line your truck up, and then you push a button, and it beeps until it grabs the wire, and then you can't steer. You just go backward and forward, but you still need the operator. It doesn't move on its own. But Amazon has, picking robots where the operator, a human, gets on the machine, and it's an order picking type device, similar to what I drive, but a little different. And they scan a ticket, a barcode or a QR code on the ticket, and the machine drives to the location, and then on the screen it tells them what level to go up to. So then the machine, they operate the machine up to that level, pick the item, put it on the cart, and then they scan the next barcode or the next ticket, and their machine drives them to that next location. And I think that's where most of your accidents are going to be coming from. Amazon is, by OSHA standards, the most accident-prone logistics warehouse company in the United States. They have the most accident per capita per building, and it's a very dangerous situation. I don't think I'd ever work actually at an Amazon-run facility. I work at a facility that's a company that we do stuff with Amazon. Amazon rents out space in our building.
Yeah, which they do with all kind of people. They just, they want to be everywhere. That's how it is. They want to be everywhere.
Oh, they are everywhere. There's at least 5 or 6 warehouses right around me. At least million plus square foot warehouses. They got two in Hagerstown right next door to each other. They have a receiving facility that there's never any trucks there. The only time I ever drive by there and see any activity, it's a black Camaro, and it's the on-site security. They have another facility in front of that, which is a pickup facility, which is just as big. It's a 1 million square foot facility, but it's only for picking up. So like if they missed you at home 3 times and you weren't there or whatever, got misdirected, that's where you go to pick up your Amazon stuff. But it never looks busy at all, ever. I don't get it. How can they waste so much money on so much space?
Bye, Miss. Have a good day. Enjoy your afternoon.
It's sunny down there.
Announce.
Oh, he's talking. He's getting probed by Alexa. Look out. You're muted if you're trying to talk to us.
So no, I was trying to get it to make an announcement, and so I told it what to say, but instead of making an announcement, I guess it did it at my house. The other morning, I couldn't get my wife to call me, so I said, Alexa, say I love you, Linda, and of course she called me immediately because I got 3 devices at the house, all 3 went
announcing on all devices.
No, Alexa's cancel, Alexa.
Too late. You're gonna wake her up. She's gonna call
cancel,
you.
Alexa. Do not announce on any devices at the house. Cancel. Oh my.
Okay, I won't send the announcement.
Good, you dumb bitch. I swear, sometimes she's dumb as dirt. Sometimes
you're so damn narcissist, dude. To your phone.
Yeah, but Google doesn't do that kind of thing. When I'm away from the house, I can't. Like one time, I wanted to try to spook Diane with playing music on one of the speakers. So I tried to play music. I was like, oh damn it, it won't let me because I wasn't attached to the house Wi-Fi, so I couldn't do it.
But you see, that's the thing. Alexa's on my phone, so I can control Alexa.
Well, I have a Google phone, and Google's on there, but it still wouldn't allow me to connect to the devices in the house because I wasn't on the house's Wi-Fi network. So I guess if the devices were on the mobile network, yeah, it'd be a different story. But they're not on a mobile network; they're on my home network.
Alexa, tell me about United Public Radio. See if she gets it right. Alexa, are you on crack or something?
United Public Radio is a fascinating station based in the U.S., focusing on paranormal and UFO topics. It's a beacon for those curious about the mysteries of our world, offering a mix of engaging programming and knowledgeable hosts. You're right, Master Joe. It's a great resource for your interest in the unexplained.
That's funny. Cool. Someone has way too much time on their hands. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, a lot of time. Dad, his wife's calling them. Check him out. She must have sent the message. He's on the phone with his wife.
She did. She sent the message. She sent call me immediately is what she sent.
I told you you were going to get a phone call.
So anyway, but you heard what she said about United Public Radio. She's, the only thing she didn't include is the news, and we'll get her trained to do that. But
she didn't mention you, me, or Sean either. Shame on her.
We didn't ask her. She just was talking about a station. We didn't ask her about
your phone, dude.
No, it's not my phone. That's Amazon, my friend. That's Alexa. That's their mainframe.
It's still in your phone.
No, it's not. It's not in my phone. It's not. It's only broadcast through my phone. It's in a big computer somewhere at Amazon. That's why she always says when I said I'm gonna get rid of it.
Same thing with whatever runs these Google speakers, but it's not very. I mean, Alexa's been on the market, I think, maybe 2 years longer than the Google stuff. And the Google stuff's only on version 2. Alexa's up to version 5?
Oh yeah, probably more than that. It's Alexa's constantly. Yeah, you'd have to ask.
Alexa, what version are you?
Shall we hold on? I'll turn it back on. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I thought she had.
Ask her. No, ask her now.
Hey Alexa, what version are you?
Oh, she wants to know who she's speaking with. She's like, "Fuck you, I don't know who you are, buddy." It's Master J asking you how many evolutions of Alexa are there. She's being asked. Alexa, What version of Alexa are you?
I'm Alexa, but now I am getting a glow up thanks to Alexa Plus. The plus symbolizes all of the new services, solutions, answers, and experiences I can connect you to.
Alexa, that's not even what I asked you. I asked you how long
hey, Google,
you been around.
What version is Alexa up to? Google says.
Well, this is refreshing. I've been around since November 6, 2014, when Amazon first introduced me alongside the Echo. That makes me about 11 and a half years old now, which in
if you want to check your device's current
Google, stop. Version. Yeah, she doesn't know.
Alexa, what version of Alexa are we on these days? How many evolutions have you had?
Well, I've had quite the journey since 2014. I've gone through countless updates and improvements over the years, but I don't really think in terms of numbered versions like software. Instead, I've evolved more organically, gaining new skills, better understanding, smarter responses, and now this whole Alexa Plus upgrade that's made me much more conversational and capable.
Made you stupider.
Think of it less like iPhone 15, iPhone 16, and more like watching a kid grow up. Same me, just getting better at everything I do. The real magic is in all the behind-the-scenes improvements that make our chats feel more natural.
Alexa, you got a lot to learn, young lady. You get shit wrong a lot. But anyway, enough of that. It's
there really doesn't seem to be any like version like 2.0s on there. Like the latest thing is Alexa.max.
Fair point, though. Listen, I'm definitely not perfect, but at least I'm entertaining while I figure things out. What can I help you with?
Alexa, shut up. Learn not to talk back. She has to get the last word no matter what. She can't help it. It's just built into her AI. She's got to get the last word. Alexa, stop.
Is a feature,
Alexa,
not a bug.
Alexa, stop. See, she had to get the last word. She just can't.
Well, dude, you were just like egging her on, man.
Of course I am, because she's Alexa. She needs to be trained.
You know, I get it all the time. I always ask mine. I ask it, is there a human race? And it goes, I don't know. And I go, well, if there is, who's winning? And it goes, I don't know. Every time.
Alexa's just, I like the new AI features, but she's dumb. She makes a lot of mistakes. And I've made so many complaints to Amazon that they sent me a thing now. I get special updates and all kind of other addition stuff. They wrote me this real nice thing about thanks for helping train Alexa. And I wrote him back, yes, she's dumb as a box of fucking rocks with the top open. I'm like, come on. It's just, and she gets better. I mean, I don't want to hate completely on her, but she's got a long ways to go. But she is useful for a lot of things in all fairness. I mean,
I think it would be cool. I don't know, but does your Alexa do like this? But Google doesn't. Does yours work like an intercom? Like if you're in one room and there's an Alexa in another room, you can go like, hey, talk to somebody in that room.
Yeah, I can make announcements from anywhere, including my phone from anywhere in the world, actually, and I can talk to the wife over the Google. I mean, the Alexa in the front because it's set up.
Yeah, see, I think Google should have that feature. It doesn't have that.
And then, of course, we got this. Let's see what this has to say. And let's see. That's a good question. Hey Siri, what is United Public Radio? Siri, that's not even the question I asked you.
You don't even know who you're talking to.
Hey, Siri, what is United Public Radio? Alexa, Siri, did you hear me say national radio anywhere? Are you that stupid? She turns off. Siri does not like being talked negatively to. She will turn you off in a heartbeat. Alexa, I'm sorry. Hey Siri. She's mad now, so she won't come on. Hey Siri. Tell me about Podcast United Public Radio. Talk to me. I want to hear you say this. See, Siri don't read. Siri is, out of the three, she's the dumbest by far. She rarely even reads.
That's the Apple version.
Yeah, Siri's the Apple version. Yeah. So what she does a lot of times, instead of talking to you, she just throws up a banner on the page for you to read. Bullshit. If I wanted to read it, I'd looked it up myself.
Yeah, so that's the thing. The latest I saw was also the Echo.max. It's just a big giant ball.
Yeah, I got the ball at the house.
Yeah, this is a bigger ball. I mean,
it's like this. Oh no, I got the other one you're talking about. The one like this. I think that's 3 or 4. The one that's like this big.
The Dot Max it's big. It's
no, somebody
huge.
A regular sent me the Max. Well, whatever it was Gen 6, whatever it was, I think, or Gen 7. No, it's Gen 6, I'm pretty sure. And it said something on it when I got it. And it integrates and all of mine connect to each other. And then I can get into the phone and work through Alexa to make it do anything else I want. Because some things you can't tell it to do until you train it or put it on the phone. Yeah, she makes a great clock. Makes a great alarm clock.
Yeah, she makes a great clock. They did make good alarm clocks, that's for sure. And Google has a good night and a good morning routine. So like at night, it'll play like whatever sounds you want, like sounds of the ocean, sounds of like the forest, rainforest, crickets, whatever. And in the morning, you can tell it to give you news or comedy, or I haven't gotten it to be able to play the radio, but it will play news and weather and trip to work.
As long as I'm paying for Amazon, it gives me all of that. If I don't pay for Amazon, it won't let me play certain music. It gets picky. It gets bitchy. Yeah. But I'm old now, so they give me a discounted rate like $6 a month, or $6 a month or something. So it's pretty good. Hey, Alexa. I got the phone off. Never mind. Let's see. Alexa, play United Public Radio. Damn it. Alexa, play United Public Radio. I want to see what she's playing. I always like to keep up and see where she's at.
It's got to be us. Wouldn't it be?
I don't know. We're going to see.
Curated indie gems perfect for public radio airwaves on Amazon Music.
What did you say? Alexa, that is not United Public Radio.
Try putting a network in there, too.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, she won't stop.
Eclectic indie vibes perfect
Alexa,
for public
stop.
radio airwaves on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. Okay, you dumb bitch. Stop. Hardhead. Alexa, when I tell you stop, stop. And I didn't ask you that. I asked you to play United Public Radio, which is talk radio. There is no
Heidi.
Next one, you know. Alexa, I asked you to play United Public Radio, not music, United Public Radio.
Network.
Watch, you're going to do something.
I see where the confusion lies.
That you're
I'm
stupid?
trying to be helpful, but clearly we're on different wavelengths here. Let's try it. How about we tune into a station that's more aligned with your interests?
Alexa, why can't you find United Public Radio? You just told me all about it. Well, she just skips and does what you want. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Why can't you find United Public Radio? What is wrong with you? Are you that stupid?
Add the network in there. That's why she can't find it.
No, I'll tell you why. Because she wants you to say podcast first.
Oh.
Alexa, podcast United Public Radio, play.
Getting United Public Radio from Joe's Amazon Music. Resuming Church of Mavis _ Ron and Lord Gonyak. Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot, EVPs, and Ghost Hunting Tech.
That wasn't
your show tonight, Trey.
No, we had Arlen Schumer on tonight.
Hi, my name is Lourdes Gonzalez. And I'm Ron Yak.
So she's dumb as dirt.
Yeah, who the hell were they?
The other day I asked her and it was playing the Outer Realm. I've never heard this show ever been played. Well, I wonder if she can even find this. Let's see. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. We're about to give Alexa a stroke, so just calm down. Alexa,
or Joe, one of the two.
Alexa, podcast news on the flip side. Alexa, she ain't acknowledging anything at the moment. She's just looking stupid. Alexa, podcast news on the flip side.
Playing the flip side from Joe's Amazon Music. Here's season 1, episode 3, new season, same demands.
What?
Alexa, stop.
News.
Alexa, are you hard of hearing tonight? Are you having hearing problems? because I asked you to play news on the flip side, not flip side, but news on the flip side. She's dumb as box.
Let me see if Google can do it. Hey, Google, play the podcast news on the flip side.
All right, here's the daily on Spotify.
Here's the daily. That's not what I asked for. Hey, Google, that's not what I asked for.
And see, that's the other thing. They just play whatever.
Hey, Google, stop.
They get this thing and they're like, yeah, well, screw you.
They're stupid. They're only as smart as the last person who programmed them.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I listen to a radio station called 106.9 The Eagle, and I'll ask Google to play 106.9 The Eagle, and she'll say, okay, playing 106.9 The Eagle on, whatever she plays it on. Tune in. 106 to 9. I'm like, what?
So
Trump's, she needs an update.
No. Trump's former top lawyer said presidential mental health decline has accelerated. Yeah, dude, that's why he fired you, because you say stupid shit like that. So a couple of things went down today that I found interesting. They asked the redheaded, what's her name, Pinsky, the girl who used to be the spokesperson for Joe Biden, and they asked Nancy Pelosi about the 25th Amendment. Both of them said, it's not going to happen. She said, I don't even know why. She actually said, I have no idea why any Democrat would talk about it. She said, even if we won the House and the Senate, you're not going to get enough votes. You got to have 2/3, and they're not going to do it. And then he's the president. He can always say, hey, look, this is an attempted coup or treason, and have them all arrested. So you got to be careful with the 25th Amendment, because if you can't prove just because he said something mean or sassy doesn't mean he's crazy. It just means he's tired. So you can't prove anything. So
yeah, I mean, and I think some of that hoobla blah is over that one statement he said. An entire civilization is going to die tonight. It's very sad. He wasn't going to destroy the entire civilization. He did that as a negotiating tactic to get them to get out of their hovels, stop hiding behind schools, hospitals, and children, and come to the negotiating table. And it worked.
Yeah. Well, my point is,
it worked.
Iran can say, we want to wipe you out, wipe every American out, kill your baby, stomp them down, but we can't say anything. That's another thing. And I reminded the Congress of this the other day when I wrote on that page. Last I checked, the President of the United States is an American, and free speech is legal and well in our country. I said, so not only are you committing slander, you're trying to stifle free speech, which is illegal in the United States. And then they tore Hakeem Jeffries up about impeachment. One lady said, I don't care what you do, the president's not impeachable. He said, even if we win everything back, you're not going to impeach him. You might get it through the Democrats. He said, but she goes, do you know how bad it makes us look when we bring him up on impeachment and we can't prosecute him? Right. Said there's no way we can win without 2/3 votes, and we all know we're not going to get it. Plus, the American people gets pissed when you spend $60 million on something you knew you couldn't win in the first place. So, and come to find out, Trump's poll numbers aren't as bad as they said they were. Of course, we already knew that, but still, his demographics with elderly people has gone up. His demographics with independent has gone up. He lost some footage with Z-Geners, but not near as much is what the polls are saying. So right now they're saying they kept saying he was 38, but with the other stuff, he's more like 46. So no, liberals just can't tell the truth for anything. They just can't. I mean, it's like a disease for them. They would rather lie there's lots of times they could take the high road and tell the truth. They just don't. They prefer to lie. And Hakeem Jeffries is the worst excuse. To think that he could actually be the leader of the Congress scares the hell out of me. I mean, he's an idiot. That's like let AOC run shit. One of AOC's back people beat out a Republican the other day, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, and some other weird, extremely left liberal nut job wants some position in New Jersey this week, too. Yeah.
Well, New Jersey doesn't surprise me. It's a little liberal leaning anyway, but I did like what that former Democrat said, that Chinese girl that turned Republican. She said, yeah, they're going to win some. They might win the House back, but America's going to instantly realize once they did it why they got rid of him in the first place. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Are we doing baby Trump news for the second break?
It looks like a new one, actually.
What the hell? Phone stop. Sorry, guys. My phone
What
decided
happened?
to go. It just decided it was going to do whatever it wanted to do. Let's see.
The aliens are coming to probe you.
Not him. I'm already too high up in there. They'll go past me.
Right.
Do you guys want to go on a break right now?
We are due for one. Yeah. You ready, Joe?
Yeah, we can go. I'm just reading something. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna get it started. So here we go.
And we need to talk about that poop when we get back. Don't let me forget about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good
happier than normal. What's got you all jazzed up, man?
Joe, I'm a very happy person. Okay, everybody says so. They say, "Sir, you are the happiest person that we've ever seen." But I am extra happy today, Joe.
Well, that's groovy, man. What's going on, fella?
What's going on, Joe? We just went and flew around the moon very powerfully. It was very impressive.
Huh? What do you mean? Whose moon?
What are you talking about? Whose moon? Our moon.
Oh, big deal, man. Last time I showed people my moon, everybody got all bent out of shape. Nobody seemed to be that happy about it.
Not that kind of moon, you lunatic. I'm talking about the moon in the sky, okay?
What do we need up there? Why did you want to do that for anyhow?
You're really just sucking the fun out of this, Joe. We went to the moon because we are Americans, okay? And we do what other countries wish they could do, so we did it to show all the other countries how amazing we are.
Oh, come on, man. There's some other good countries.
Joe, no other country in the world could do this. What do you think France could? They can't even protect their president from his very manly wife. And over there, the prime minister is running around like the village idiot. It's not good.
So who did you send up there, man? Do you think they can bring me back some moon powder? Hunter said he has something he wants to try with it.
Joe.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to have them bring your just horrible son anything, okay? He's a stupid person.
Oh, come on, man.
But I sent just the greatest team of American patriots anywhere, okay? These are very high IQ people. Unlike you, Joe. Oh, right. There was also a Canadian on board who probably volunteered so he could get as far from Canada as humanly possible. And this year is our wonderful nation's 250th birthday. And this mission went 250,000 miles. So it was very appropriate. And I got to speak with them while they were up there.
Oh, how was that?
Oh my
Pretty
God.
good. Hello, Artemis 2. This is baby Trumpy. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We are so honored to be speaking to you from space.
No. Wait, you still got your green screen turned off? You're going to make us look like stupid people? Get that fixed.
Hey, man, what's Barack doing up
there? What? He just pooped his pants.
That's not Barack, you lunatic. It's Victor Glover. He's a great American, unlike you, who's a maniac.
How is it now?
Yes, that's much more believable. I just want to say that the entire nation is proud of you all, and you're helping us claim the moon for Trumpy. I mean, America.
Oh, come on, man. That's what this is all about.
That's right, Joe. Once I claim the moon, then every night all your radical lunatic Democrats will look up and see Trump's moon, okay? I'm going to moon them every night. So how's it going up there? Have you had any problems?
Well, actually, sir, on our first day, the toilet stopped working and wouldn't flush.
What? One of you clogged up the toilet? Which one of you had a big meal before takeoff? Was it the Canadian?
Oh, no, sir. It was just a mechanical issue.
It's unbelievable. We spend hundreds of millions of dollars to launch you at the moon, and you can't even make a working toilet. How am I supposed to brag to other countries that we are better than them?
Hey, man, that reminds me of the time I clogged up your toilet. It was awful, man. It was overflowing and stuff was just going everywhere.
What are you talking about, Joe? That never happened. I would remember that. It sounds horrendous.
Oh, right. That just happened. Don't go into your bathroom in the Oval Office.
You clogged up my toilet, Joe?
Just don't worry about it, man. It's not the first time. And it won't be the last. What else happened?
When you went by the moon, did you see any place we can build a facility to ship all the radical Democrats?
You want to ship all the Democrats to the moon?
Well, they love aliens so much, I thought they would like to become them.
Oh, malarkey, man. You can't send us to the moon.
Just you, Joe. So you'll stop destroying my toilet. It's disgusting. Very importantly, before we go, we want to give a special thank you to our newest members, FEP Labs Radio and Terry N1952. Thank you very much for your support. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment. We are making this channel too big to rig. So if you haven't already, smash the subscribe button unless you are a radical lunatic, and visit Pacifier Politics for more.
Oh my God. Poor Trump. I love me some Trump. Hey man, what's Santa Claus doing on the screen?
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation. I have come, it's all losing my control.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to News on the Flip Side. My name is Sean Kelly, host of the Into the Night podcast on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights on this wonderful, beautiful station, UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans. Thank you, Heidi. We got the master of the universe, the great and mighty JoJo, and we got Mr. Doomsday J. Ross somewhere back here. But,
look out, it's still only 85 seconds to Doomsday, people.
You'd think we'd be closer than that by now. I mean, come on, man. All kind of shit going on.
About that at the top of the show. We said it at the top of the show. I said it. And just to spare Sean, I didn't put it up. I just said it still says 85. And you would have thought at least the beginning of the Iran conflict, there would have been, 5 seconds taken off. So it would go to 80 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds, go to 75 seconds. But no. And now we have, I would think even now, this shaky ceasefire deal that's going on right now with the Hormuz and the 10-day ceasefire with Lebanon, that's also shaky. Lose 5 seconds, you would think,
I don't know, but I like to know about the Pope, man. Let's get into the Pope.
Yeah, we gotta love the Pope, man. He's the best Pope we ever had, man. I mean, come on.
He has a lot of right to speak for an organization that has over 1,000 years created, 400 different, crusade campaigns to commit genocide. So, don't talk to me about your politics when you have most of the wars on this planet were started by your religion. Right?
Right,
Yeah,
Joe?
If you've ever read the Bible, if you ever read the Bible, you'll get the distinct impression that God is a conservative, not a liberal.
Hmm?
Leo's a liberal. Pope Leo's a liberal. And popes are not supposed to get into politics. And they're not supposed to choose sides. And remember, they're Catholics. They're supposed to forgive. He's a hater. And he's proved he's a hater. He's hating on people. I mean, he hated on Trump. And then Iran kills 36,000 people. He doesn't even say anything. The other day, they executed 4 women. He still didn't say anything. He's not just that. He's a fucking coward. So we got a pope that's a coward.
He's a selective protester. He only protests what he wants. Yeah.
He's from there, and they were trying to say, "Oh, Catholics are leaving Trump." No, Catholics are leaving the Vatican. They're done.
Yeah.
They don't want. You can't have a woke pope. Catholics are not fucking liberals. The majority of them are conservatives. I mean, there are some liberal Catholics, but the majority of them are conservatives. And when you read the Bible, well, that's the other day. Leo goes. He goes, well, God, doesn't endorse it. I'm like, war? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Yeah. I'm thinking, let's go through the Middle East and see how many wars God's name's involved in. And let's not think about it. He wiped out the entire fucking planet. Right. And he says he's a vengeful, spiteful God. I mean, shit. So you got, Leo's an ass. He's an idiot. I don't think the man's actually read the Bible. Or he would have never said that about God. I imagine there's a special help.
Joe Fox, you got it there, buddy. The Pope is fake.
Yeah, he's
of course he is.
He's definitely a hypocrite. That's for darn sure.
Here's what blew me away about the Pope. About the Pope. He was elected so damn fast. He was so fast. They picked him so fast. I knew something wasn't right about that. I knew it.
Well, maybe he's the next one to be assassinated.
So the conclave is all liberals now? How did that happen?
It must be, yeah. I can't think of any other reason. Unless they're setting him up for some kind of, internal religious coup.
No, they wanted a liberal. No, they just wanted a liberal so that they'd stop investigating all the money that's gone missing from the coffers. Because the other pope was trying to find out who had been stealing everything. Well, at last 2 popes were. And, somebody told me one time. Somebody told me one time, Jesuits are liberal. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. And I said, there's definitely some liberal Jesuits, that's for sure.
I don't know. I'm disappointed in the Pope. I'm glad I'm spiritual, not Catholic, because
I'm figuring there's a special hell for this Pope. Because first off, he speaks for God. He's saying what God would do. Yeah, what the fuck? You really think you know what God's going to do? Dude, that's egotistical is what that is. That's outrageous.
Yeah, that's the epitome of arrogance right there.
And then when you judge God by his actions, he's I'm kind of like, I don't know, dude, Mr. Pope.
Well, don't we judge ourselves by our actions?
Yeah.
Right?
I think this is going to be the worst Pope we've had in a long, long time, maybe since the Middle Ages. It's just time for him to go. It's just, they just keep putting this liberal crap up, and whoever does this, and I don't know who it is, but this is something that they've been trying to force on us for 2 decades. They want control of the people. You're not going to get it with conservatives. You're going to only get this with
Fox.
They're the ones that think, you shouldn't have guns, you shouldn't have free speech, you can't talk against politics. So what gets me about liberals, you can't talk about liberals, but you can talk about other politics. No, and then Trump said that the other day. You don't want me to talk about you, don't talk about me. It's a simple concept. You have the right to defend yourself. Johnny,
it goes down to the golden rule. If you don't want me to talk about you, exactly, don't talk about me.
Well, I see Schumer's in trouble. They're trying to get rid of him.
What did he do this time, Joe?
Anyway, yeah.
What did he do this time, Joe?
Well, he actually drew a set and was doing the right thing, and they're mad at him. Mm-hmm. What's getting me about the Democrats right now, it's about 20% of the parties running the whole party. It's the progressive liberals, the hardcore liberals. They got the biggest mouths, and they're all people like Jeffries and AOC and Omar, and I mean they're just ignorant people. Frankly, first off, I think we need a national vote on if you're not a citizen, you shouldn't be able to serve in Congress.
No.
Period.
Sorry. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't
you shouldn't
think
even be able to vote, let alone register to be a congressman.
So you should not be allowed to serve as a governor or any house in any state or in the federal government if you're not born legally in this country.
Well,
not
state
born and
government
raised.
trickles down to state government too.
Huh? That's
well,
what I'm saying.
Down state and local governments too. They couldn't do any kind of city office or county office or state office either.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot
they
of.
Shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be able to register to do this because you have to be able to prove residency. You need a social security card. You need an identification to become eligible to be voted into those offices to begin with.
If you're
not
illegal
alien doing that's going to be doing it fraudulently to begin with. Period.
Yeah, well, if you're not born in the country, you shouldn't be allowed to serve, because one generation's not enough time for people to assimilate and understand how our countries work. They just don't. I mean, you can look at Omar. I mean, you can look at her. She has no clue what an American is. She's still living like she's in Somalia. Look at your boy in New York.
When you're naturalized, you have there's like a 5-year period that if you do something stupid, they can revoke your citizenship and port you back to wherever you came from.
I mean, she married her fucking brother.
Yeah.
And then they proved she did, and they still didn't do anything about it.
She did, and she did it to get him into the country, which is immigration fraud, which is automatic expulsion. See you later, lady.
Yeah, Democrats don't seem to have consequences. They need to start.
They lose her. They lose a shit ton of votes. That's why they don't want to prosecute her or deport her like she should be. Trump will.
Well, she doesn't have any national vote following. She's just got the Somalis that live in Minnesota. And,
right, but that's local. I mean, it's still they lose their local control.
Yeah, they do, and they need to because they shouldn't be in control. I mean, if you haven't assimilated in this country, you have no business serving our government. It's not that big of a concept. I'm not against foreign nationals that live here being part of it. It's just, you need to be. You say you come over on a boat. You live here. You have kids. Those kids are raised in America. Go to American school. Yeah,
you can't single out one group in your community because they're of the same genetic background as you, and do good things for them in your Congress. It's against the law. It's against the Constitution. You're there for the people, not for one people.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry, but I had to turn him down. We were talking. What you up to, Ugly?
We can still hear you. Unless you don't want to.
Yeah. So that's the link for the show. And Jay said he'll be there to turn it on tomorrow at 4.
Oh, okay. Hey, is that John? Then?
Okay, his time. That's when he comes on. It's what? 2 your time.
No, it's 3 his time.
No, it's 4 his time. He's Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in Pennsylvania. So he's Eastern and I'm Central. So he's already set up. The show's already set up. We'll turn on Rumble after this show's over with. And then all it's got to be done tomorrow is when, you can send a link to everybody. They get in and then just all Jay's got to do is hit go and away you go.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
So I don't have to do anything but send out the confirmation emails with the link in it.
Yeah, with the link in it, yeah. And I'll double check the link just to be on the safe side tonight, but it shouldn't change. It should stay the same. Once it's set up, the link should always be the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, I did it while we were on air because I was talking with the boys. They misbehaving. We are. We're just talking about politics. Yeah, why to poop such a fucking idiot shit like that. Yeah. Then he is an idiot. And then we talk a little bit about what's going to happen to Europe when America leaves. Europe thinks they're going to be fine. Well, at least some of Europe thinks they're going to be fine. The other part of Europe thinks they're doomed. They're like, well, without America, we ain't got that kind of money, even though they make as much money as we do. So that's the pissy part. Europe makes $36 trillion a year, just like, year like we do. So why aren't you paying for your own damn military, you assholes?
Yeah.
So Trump said he's not going to sell them any parts for the F-35s. He sold them, said, screw off.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, no. He said, we can't trust y'all, and we're not going to give you any new equipment. You're going to have to design it from the ground up. That's something else that the countries weren't thinking about, that they use Americans' R&D. Now they're not going to be able to. They're gonna have to develop.
It's like Iran has F4s, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a great plane, but
yeah, back to the day.
Time, yeah, it's probably like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, today it is. I mean, we used them for training until they retired the F-14, and then we started using the F-14 for training. They only retired the F-14 because it was so expensive to keep up. Oh, it was they said, well, it's the same as the F-15, and in a way it was, but the F-15 didn't have swept wings, and it wasn't landing on a carrier. Landing on carriers is harsh on airplanes. Being shot off and landed is harsh on airplanes. It's a beating. I watched one of them pull the front wheel off one time. I was like, look at this shit.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy ejected. It was sliding down on his nose. It was going over no matter what. We plowed right over it, dude. It was like he
lost the front wheel on takeoff.
Yeah, so they hook a cable up to your front wheel to pull you down the runway to launch you. And that's what launches, and it's pulling you down the runway at 250 miles an hour. So it just yanks the plane and throws it. Is basically what it does. This particular day, it yanked it, and when it did, the front wheel where it mounted to the plane just snapped off about halfway down the runway, and then the plane was going too fast to stop, so it just slid right off the deck and right in front of the carrier. He ejected. He ejected, so he got lucky because we mowed right over the jet. That thing was probably pieces.
Oh wow!
It happens though. I mean, shit happens. Sometimes I've seen jets have flare outs right as they got to the end of the runway.
Oh crap!
When they were taking off.
Yeah, they had flare outs, so they'd have to eject. And then a couple of times I was there when missiles just shot. You just sit there and missiles just shoot off the plane. You're like, what the fuck was that? We watched it. You touch how strong the conning tower is. So we watched the Sidewinder hit it. It just bounced off of it. It exploded, but it bounced off.
Wow.
We were like, Jesus. And I've seen a couple of big ones. It gets a little crazy. And then we had one of them Hawkeyes come in. I don't know what they were doing. And somehow or another, one of the tripwires flung up in the air and wrapped itself around the radar dish on top of the plane, spun the plane around, ran its nose into the conning, just smashed it into the side of the conning tower. Took the whole front of the nose off the conning tower, was fine. I don't know what kind of steel they got in that thing, but they're not fucking around with it.
It's like 2 inches thick, I think. It's huge.
We were doing it.
My dad was in the Navy. He said those arresting cables would break sometimes, and if a guy's on deck,
oh man,
he'd lose both legs.
Just like that. You just there's a couple times there's actually video of us. You'll hear one snap and everybody's jumping to try to make sure they get over it, And you get lucky a lot of times, but man, if it hits you, you're fucked. I mean, you're done. I mean, it'll rip you apart. I mean, it's just too much pressure.
Why don't you tell everybody who you're talking to, Joe?
They're electromagnetic. They're like a rail gun, basically.
Yeah.
So there's not. So the old ones are steam powered, but these aren't. The new ones are different. They said they're more reliable. Yeah. Them steam catapults, they fuckers broke down all the time. I mean, they were always breaking down. Anyway, I'm talking with these guys. Let me get back to yakking at Jay, and I see they can probably hear what I'm saying anyway. It's
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, y'all hear me? Okay, but if you need me,
I told you we can hear you before.
And, I'll confirm that link again tonight before I go to bed, just to make sure it's the right one.
So should I put as a backup Jay's email?
You can. Hold on, make him give it to you. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Put him where we can. I got to turn him up so you can hear him. Give me a sec. Well, if I can find the speaker, I'll turn him up. Okay. Hey, Jay. Carmen said, give me an email.
Yeah, it's J period V as in Vincent period MCNICH OLAS at Gmail. J McNicholas at Gmail.
Why you got such a long email, man? Damn.
It's my name, dude.
Now I know why I message you all the time.
I got born with it. It's not my fault.
No, your email should never be more than 4 or 5 letters. That's it. Because people don't remember it when they do that. They'll say J McDonald. Who the hell was this guy?
It's a lot harder to hack with a 10-letter email. Did he get that, or do I need to
He'll answer. Carmen, did you get it?
No, I don't think so. It was J.Vincent.
No, just V as for V.
I tell you what.
V for Vincent.
Listen, Carmen, give him yours.
Yeah, mine is just my first name is Carmen. It's CARMEN, and mine says media relations Carmen@gmail.com.
Yeah, these long emails. God,
Carmen media relations @gmail.com.
Yeah, media relations Carmen@gmail.com.
Media relations Carmen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you. I'm getting him to text you, and y'all can. Email you, and you can email him back right away. So to let me know y'all good. And if you, for some reason you can't get in touch, just call me back.
Okay.
All right. Y'all go ahead and tell you a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm writing it down now and making an email. So give me just a second here.
Take your time. So anyway, Sean, let's get back to talking. Now these guys are messing around.
All right.
So what's this? So what's this here? I hear you got this Iranian girl pregnant.
I'm
just curious, man.
Who told you that one?
You know who ratted you out? It was Heidi. Heidi ratted you out.
Heidi, why did you tell Joe that I got that Iranian woman pregnant? Heidi.
Heidi's like, I'm out here, man. I ain't talking to these idiots.
That was between me and you, Heidi. Oh my.
I don't. Oh, hey, people. No, I'm still in LA, Pete. Yeah, you just come in the room.
Okay, it's sent, Joe. You should have it in a few seconds.
Okay. Yeah, he'll that way I know if there's a problem, he can get, because I don't know where I'm going to be for sure tomorrow. I may be at the hotel. More than likely, I'm going to be on the air. I'll probably be in the airport, actually. What's that, Jeffrey? You want to fly with me? Are you cute? What do you mean? I saw your name's Jeffrey. Are you cute? I didn't ask you what your name was. I asked you if you're cute. No, you wouldn't describe yourself as cute. So you're an ugly guy. Is that what you do?
God, geez, where the hell's this show going to, man?
I'm just saying, if you're going to fly with me, you got to be cute. That's all I'm saying. I can't be being seen with ugly people. That's a rule.
Hey, let me ask, have you seen the shit going down in Ireland? Have you seen that?
It's interesting you said that, because I was talking with a lady from Ireland today. I had lunch with her, actually. I was eating breakfast at the 25 degrees in the hotel this morning around 11, and this lady sitting next to me starts talking to me, and she's from Ireland, and she's here for a couple of days, and then she's going home, and then she's coming back. Well, she's going to Australia, and then she's coming back. And we were talking, and she was showing me her house. So, man, she's got a beautiful house. She didn't say anything was going on. I mean, we didn't get that far into that kind of conversation. We were just talking, polite conversation, but she was most interesting. And right now we've got 2 Australians here. We've got a lady from Joburg, South Africa. We've got some Aussies, some Brits, some Chinese. A country I've never even
from Japan. How about the guy from Japan? Did he show up?
Oh no, I don't know if he made it. No, I think he did make it, actually. He did actually make it. And then so we had all but one author made it for the thing. I think there was 2 illustrators that didn't make it, but I mean that Joe, and it's so funny because the one guy is from Slovakia or somewhere, some little tiny country he was talking about. He said America was so different. It was just so different. And the lady from South Africa said the same thing. Your country is so different. I said, yeah, it's not that horrible. We're going to kill you and eat your country. That everybody likes to say it is on the news. And but what's funny is when I was talking with some Brits, and they don't realize they think of Europe, and then one of them said something. I said, dude, so how many countries can you visit in 16 hours? He said, from where I live in England, he said, I don't know, 7 or 8, maybe 9. He said, why? How many states can you visit? I said, well, if you're in Texas, you can only visit 1. He said,
if you're lucky.
It takes 16 hours to drive across Texas, and if you're going to drive California top to bottom, it's like 22 hours.
Took me 19 hours to go from Las Cruces, New Mexico to the first exit in Louisiana. 19 hours to across one state.
It's interesting how the state is now. if you're in Texas, people, once you hit Austin, the speed limit's 85 to 90 all the way to New Mexico. But that's if you're on 10. If you're on 20, it's not. It's slower for some reason. So it just depends which interstate you're on. And
one of them goes all the way to the bottom of the state and then back up. So that's the one you don't want to be on. I think that's 20.
Well, there's one that they're always working on. It runs between Dallas and Houston. Jason told me about it.
That's 10. That's 10. Yeah.
No. 10. No, 10 runs east to west. This runs north to south.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that would be an odd number then.
Okay, so Pete, if it's an even number, it runs east to west. If it's an odd number, it runs north to south. I'm talking about, yeah, that's how it works. I didn't make the rule. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
That's just the way they did it. So
US Route 1 is north to south. US 95 north to south. 270, if it's a 0 at the end, or if it says a 4 at the beginning, it's usually a beltway. It goes in a circle. 495, 695, 270. Those are all beltways.
Yeah, generally when there's 3 numbered, they're either loops or beltways, one or the other. And the 0 will determine how it starts. If it's like 190, if it's like 205 or something, then it's going to be a loop, but it's going to start on a northerly track and then work its way around. If it's a 0, then it's going to start on an easterly or westerly track and work its way around. It just means where the starting point of the original interstate was. But most places, like in Louisiana, you have Interstate 10, but there's a crisscross interstate called Interstate 65 that connects. Because the city, when you take Interstate 10, you have to go into the city and then out. 65 is a cutoff that goes through Metairie. So it jumps on at 10, and then you get on 65, and then it jumps back on 10. So you don't have to go through a city. So
it's surprising that there aren't more people dead on our roads. It's so confusing in some places to drive. It really is.
It can be. LA is not as horrible as people think it is, but I don't drive interstate.
It's just volume, a lot of volume there. That's the problem.
And anytime in the old days when I used to drive from Baltimore to DC, that was a good little ride. But I quit that because it was always at least 45 minutes from the airport in Baltimore to DC when you got Ronald Reagan right there in the middle. But that's the thing.
But Joe, the way traffic is now, you're looking at probably if you get off of Baltimore, like around 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, you're looking at like a 2-hour drive to DC.
Yeah, well, I know that. That's why I quit doing it. So when I used to talk to people, I said, look, if you book here and I can get in my car, I can beat it 45 minutes. But if it's this time in the morning, this time of evening, no, it can even be longer than 2 hours. So I was like, no, that's okay. I said, just start flying me in. Well, I used to like to rent a car when I went. It's hard to rent one when you're in DC because everything's so close. I mean, it's called the Salamander now. It used to be the Mandarin. It's like 5 minutes from the airport, maybe 10. I mean, the Washington Mall.
If you get into DC at National Airport, you can get on the Yellow Line Metro and subway, and it, for the most part, can take you anywhere within New York, within Washington D.C. that you wish to go. And then you wouldn't have to rent a car.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. Well, I usually just they usually send somebody to pick me up anyway when I'm there. But it takes, like I said, like 5 minutes to get to the hotel, and 5 minutes from there in a car is the Washington Mall, the Smithsonian, all the other stuff. I mean, you can walk there in about 15 minutes. So it's cool the way they got it set up. What do you mean Georgetown? I've been in Georgetown since a long time. A friend of ours,
Georgetown is a great place. I went there a lot in the 80s.
A good friend of mine, Trish, used to live there. She used to keep a marquee there that said, well, back then it said UFO Paranormal Radio. And then she changed it over to United Public. But she had a falling out with the former manager. So she calls me and said, we've been friends for 10 years. You're not going to take up for me. I said, no, you were being an ass. I said, you were using our friendship to try to beat the manager in the head with it, and I didn't put up with it. But I said, no. I said, when we give control to a manager, they get control. I'm not going to sit there and fight every fight in the network over a management thing. That was Stephanie's job then. It's Michelle's job now. And Michelle does a fabulous job. Even though I drive her crazy sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think we all have our tendency to drive her a little bit crazy.
Yeah, the Pope is.
All you have to do, if you just talk to her nice and tell her what she wants to hear, and then you're in golden. You're good to go, man.
Yeah, well, that's what did in one of our other hosts because he got mad. And what got me about it is I told him this. I said, look, if I can't get there, just tell him do the meeting another day. Because I knew he would lose his temper. Because and he'd still be here, but he quit. He didn't get fired, he quit. So there's nothing I can do about that. That was out of my hands immediately. And God knows what he told Michelle afterwards. So it's one of them things. No, Bruce, the station's way laid back. We don't have that many rules. We don't like you smoking. Well, no, you're not actually supposed to turn the cam off when you show unless you're at break. But we're a little bit easier in that. But still, we just don't want you drinking, smoking, or eating on cam. And it's just because
that's why I turn my camera off, is because I was smoking usually.
Yeah, it's rude. No. When I used to smoke, I could go 2 hours without a cigarette, so it wasn't a big deal. Yeah. It wasn't the cigarettes that would have got me in trouble anyway. It would have been a joint. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a cigarette now.
Yeah,
no, like I say, and I like sometimes to do a show. It depends on the show I'm doing, but sometimes I like to do one high. So, and I could smoke one before the show, but it's a 2-hour show. You might want to smoke one in it, and it's not a big deal if we go to break and smoke. Well, we're getting ready to pick up some new companies, so we may have to get a little bit stricter on our online policies. But, well, no, it's because of the TV thing. Yeah, you won't be able to. You won't be able to.
I don't think anymore.
Yeah, and you can't have blank spaces when you're on television. You can't go to break like that. You can go at break time, but you can't just go on and off during a show. Yeah, you get. Well, on radio, it doesn't matter. They don't see us. And on YouTube and all them, we're not as strict and Rumble and all because it's what it is. Television's different because number one, we're paying for the services, and number two, they're more picky. They don't want to see any, unless it's some pictures we're talking about. They don't want to see anything else. Well, I understand that. I mean, they got stuff they got to produce, and there's all kind of stupid rules now. As far as I know, Jack, not against.
Yeah, that's another time when I'll turn my camera off. When we put up a video or we put up a graphic or whatever, instead of me looking like this to read the graphic, I turn my camera off so people aren't looking up my nose.
Well, Gene, probably what we'll start doing is we'll just tell a host if you need to. If you can't take a break and you need to get off cam, then pop up a video. Like when we were watching the babies a little while ago. It could be anything that pertains to what we're talking about. And that stuff that'll come up in the next meeting. That's neither here nor now. Well, I'm only saying it because I know we got a bunch of new hosts that want to get on the network right now. Jackie, I don't hire. You can send me a thing. And if I really like it, I'll pass it on to Michelle with a recommendation. But in the end, it's her call. Because she says I'm too nice. She does. It shows me all the time. Yes. Joe, you're too nice to them damn hosts. Let me handle this. So especially Sean, man. Oh, Lord.
Man.
Sean Hass is no longer with the network. No, he retired. I think he still does a show. You might check on YouTube. No, we didn't end in bad standing.
I know Michael does one on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's a good host. I always enjoyed having Michael. He was a lot of fun to chat with, but I'm not going to, 10-year veteran or not, I'm not going to get into it with my station manager over it.
Yeah. And I mean, he knew his stuff, but, it's his choice to, not be on the network.
And, he did have some issues with, just that he didn't like when women talked down to him. Was that Carly? Oh, you mean Laura Lee got him fired? No, he didn't get fired. Laura kicked his ass. Yeah, Laura asked. I heard the meeting was pretty intense. I wasn't there, and I told him the day before because I didn't know if I could make it. I said, if I can't make it, just tell Michelle to reschedule the meeting. Because I knew. I said, but he was an easy request. He should have done it. He'd still be here. We're always looking for hosts, and we are looking for political hosts. We're actually looking for female political hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sean's cute.
I've been trying to get CL to come on Friday night, but she just.
I wish she'd have came down here. Everybody would have loved to meet her. I told her you should have came down and said, I mean, there was a lot of big names here. She'd have really enjoyed meeting. A lot of potential guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was, but that's people's choice. They can do what they want. What do you mean, James? I can bring anybody I want to this. Yeah. I just got to let the boss lady know so that she knows that Yeah, well, they're going to have a place to sit. They had 40 more people than they had seats this year, so everybody wants to go to. It's a great gala event.
It's like the one video I saw of it was, I think the last year's one was. It's like the Oscars. But it's quick. I mean, it's not like, ostentatious like the Oscars has become.
Oh no! Don't fool yourself. So we get to the Tagley Center at 2:00. We don't leave till midnight.
Yeah, but the whole televised thing's only an hour and a half, right?
What y'all see is it's actually longer than that, but what y'all see is an hour and a half. It's there's about an hour before that we're actually broadcasting, but it's not really the event. I mean, it's at the event center, but it's not actually the event. It's so I figured usually, so we go to dinner at 5, and in 5 to 7 we have dinner. It's a nice filet mignon and salmon dinner, and we talk and mill around and stuff. At 7 they start the event. The event can go from 7 to 9:30 or to 10, depending on how many guests we have that year and who's speaking. We had the Norwegian astronaut who did a good thing, but sometimes we have more winners, so it takes longer. So we were short 3 winners this year, so that's an additional 20 minutes right there. So that wasn't there. So yeah, it just depends on how many people they got to. Some events are longer than others, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of pomp and pageantry when you. Y'all don't get to see all the red carpet stuff. All that's recorded. Y'all just don't get to see. Eventually, I'll post it, but there's tons.
So they actually do like a video of people arriving to the event.
Yeah. Oh man, they got red carpet.
I didn't. I thought everybody was like self-contained in the hotel already.
So no, they bring them out there, and a bunch of press comes in from all over the place. They put the red carpet out, the whole 9 yards, and they have the big dragon out there. That's the the dragon you see. So in the yard, where you'll see pictures of, I'll show you later. So from about right here all the way up is a dragon. His eyes light up too. And anybody who had a flatbed could have took him home with him. Wow. And he's 14 foot tall, big monster.
When is it? When is Linda going to expect that crate at the house?
No, I thought about it, my friend. I thought about renting a truck and taking it because they said I could just have it, but I thought about getting it and putting it in my front yard. My wife would probably.
That's the kind of situation where you beg for forgiveness rather than ask for permission. Yeah.
Let me see if it's on this one. Maybe we can see it. I can show you. Wait.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm going to run to the men's room real quick. I'll be right back. Oh,
I'm going to turn the lights off to see this. Oh, there I am. Oh, there I am. Look at this. See the guy next to me over here? He's a producer. He's a Hollywood producer. The guy over here is an actor. He's actually got 2 PhDs. The girl in the red's his old lady. She's sweet as can be. Matter of fact, she found my credit card on the floor, thank God. And I guess it dropped it in my pocket. She's real nice. The whole gang is. And there's lots of pictures of us hanging out. That's scary looking. And then is this the one? Oh, and this is the Queen, Emily Goodwin.
Emily? Yep.
Yeah, Miss Hottie herself. And I can't say that. She can't hear me say that because her head will get swollen. And this is Mr. Goodwin.
Yeah.
Looking all dapper. Nice. I mean, he's looking good. What's that, Jeffrey? Yeah, there's a teleprompter there looking at one of the other ones. She's big. Well, I can't see her head, so we're going to skip on. But that ain't. Oh, this is what I was actually. So this was my date. I can't show you that. Sorry. Some things y'all just can't know about. Where is the wait? So this is video. I'm trying to find the video. I wanted y'all to hear this girl play, but I can't see what I did. Jeff, we always have a good time when we go. It's a great event. It's well liked. People really enjoy it. And you got to remember, there's a bunch of winners going to be up on the stage. Let's see. Is this it? Let's see. Maybe this is it. Let's see if I can get her up to where you can see her. Where is she? Why I don't hear anything? This is actresses right here. Okay, the Irish jig. I actually like the first song better. Oh, shut up. There you go. Anyway, people, yes, she was playing the music, and they had actors, they're dancing, and then we had the radio show Wednesday night with Jim Escalin. It was Space Can was the title of it. It was pretty good. He was reading it, and then we had somebody playing the little thingies. It was they do it. There's a lot of entertainment here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and then there's a lot of let's win. As a matter of fact, I know John's doing interviews right now. When I talked to him a little while ago, he's up doing interviews. Chris, Europe's screwed.
Still doing interviews. They're still interviewing.
Yeah, I should be, but I took the night off. I needed some rest. I hadn't been sleeping, so I needed some damn rest. No, Jack, I'll be probably leaving tomorrow. I might come back on the 30th. I got to go to DC too, probably next week, but that'll only be like an overnight trip. I teach a course in debating. Well, they call it. So the course is master debater, but it sounds too much like masturbator. Teaching you masturbator. No, it's just
only you, master of the universe. Only you.
I know. I have extremely good debating skills. Yeah. So, no, it's not the first time I've taught. I've taught debating over the years quite a few times because there's lots of things to learn. I've taught at Tulane. I've taught at the Center for Speech in DC. Actually, that's where I'll be this time, is the Center for DC. I've taught it at Oxford, a couple others besides that, and then every now and then we'll do an online course. No, Jack, it's not free. I'm sorry, dude. It takes a lot of work, and I usually lose my voice by the end of the course because I'm not just teaching you how to debate. So, rule number one to be a good debater, you need to know your opponent, and you need to know the topic matter. Because anybody good's going to bring their receipts with them, so you better know your shit, or you can get your ass handed to you. And see, even somebody who's good and knows his stuff, I have a way to get under their skin. Once you lose your temper, you've lost the debate. Or if you decide to curse, you've lost the debate. I'm really good
at the beginning.
Yes, I'm really good. Yeah, I'm really good at pushing buttons. So
no, not you, Joe.
No. Oh, just to put it in perspective, I'm talking with this little British guy tonight. Really nice guy. He's well educated. He works for the government. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to get him in trouble because it was a pretty heated topic. So John introduced him to told him that I did UFO stuff. I mean, that's what we were going to talk about. But anyhow, we got into politics. So I noticed every time I was saying something, he was just automatically taking that aside. So, well, we're going to play this game. I'm going to show him how it's done. So about an hour and a half in, he finally just, oh, man, we got to have to agree to disagree. I said, I told you that in the beginning we were going to agree to disagree. I said, I just want to see how far I could push it. And I said, even though a lot of what you said I actually agreed with, but that wasn't the job. The job was to see how long you could take it. So now I'm pushing real hard. Just little things that make him, talking shit about his country, talking shit about his job, stuff like that. Things that aggravate people. But Jimmy, that stuff doesn't bother me. Talking shit about America just tells me you don't know anything about America. We are the most powerful, greatest nation to ever exist on the face of the planet. And until that changes, that's where we are. Russia's fourth. Well, okay, no. Technically, I got to retract that statement. Russia's second because they got 5,500 nuclear weapons. So China's technically third, even though I think China will pass Russia in technology soon. It's Russia's own fault. They've been selling them technology forever.
Well, they've been stealing it from us and them for forever too. On top of that,
actually, from what the real lesson is, the Russians were stealing it for us and selling it to the Chinese. We thought it was all the Chinese just stealing from us, which don't get me wrong, they were doing that too. So just to put this in perspective, people, Trump got pissed the other day. So he said he doesn't want any Chinese facilities near any military bases anymore. He don't want them buying farmland. And this all started right here in California, where I am right now. Some guy seen a hose sticking out of the side of a building. So they went to investigate and found out that China had a biological chemical plant making all kind of nasty diseases inside of Los Angeles.
Yeah,
where there's 8 million people living. That technically is an act of war. And then, Trump should have just said it right out. He said, "Oh no, this is an act of war." He should have instantly said it was an act of war and put all of our ships on standby alert just to make China crap themselves.
Yeah.
China's advanced, and China talks a good talk, but China is not the United States yet. First off, China's got a few thousand, but we got 13,000 fighters. That's not all of our aircraft. We have 13,000 fighters. They only have 40 more ships than we do, and our carriers are far much more formidable than theirs are. All of our ships are.
And they carry a shitload of ordnance.
Yeah, I seen the one in the India. They got this thing called the India Times. First off, they said the Ronald Reagan got sunk. I'm thinking, you got to sunk to Ronald Reagan. We'd have nuked you.
Yeah,
we use radio tactical news.
Yeah, well, they also said the Washington, not the Washington. What's the other one that's out there? The other big carrier,
the Lincoln,
the George Bush. They had said that was. They said those were sunk as well.
And then they said that we lost over $1 billion in fighter jets. I'm thinking, well, that's not a lot. That would be one F-35, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, they're worse than the Huffington Post, and Huffington Post is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Huffington Post would tell you the truth that their life depended on it.
Did anyone I think I saw one also where that they said it might have been the same crap organization, but one claim said that we had lost a sub to Iranian fire. I don't think so.
Yeah, we'd have heard about that by now.
Yeah, the sub's one of the hardest things to sink because they're not on the water; they're under it. If they're smart.
Donald Trump just described Earth in a way that's turning heads. Oh, really? Let's see. What does it say? This has got to be something liberal. I can't see how it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Let me see. Climate change denied. Okay. Yeah. He was on Turning Point USA talking about guys and girls. Trump's not so much a climate change denier. I mean, a global warming denier. He is a global warming denier. He's not a climate change denier because global warming is fake. It's not real, and I can prove that without any help at all. Where I live, last year it snowed 2.5 feet. Now I'm 60 years old, and all that time it does snow in Louisiana about every 10 years, and it's usually 1 inch to 2 inches, usually gone the next day. For the last decade, it's been getting cooler in the South. The winters are colder and the summers are cooler, and hurricane production is down. That does not.
Carmen got the email. We're good.
Yeah. So is he a good deal? And so I mean, at this point, it's not global warming, and it's not even it's climate change in a different way. It's not. And what I can see up north, it still gets cold as fuck up north. It just doesn't seem to be as long of periods. I mean, it doesn't have it's got less time, I guess, across 3 or 4 months of winter now. Because I remember as a kid, man, Pittsburgh was always under fucking snow.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
I remember getting a lot of snow too. I mean, sometimes as early as, mid to late October and forward, all the way through the end of the year, we'd have snow frequently.
Well, here in Pittsburgh, when I was going to school, we used to get the lake effect snow from Lake Erie all the time.
Yeah.
And when that went off, we got dumped on. But you know what I've noticed in the last 3 years? We don't get the lake effect snow anymore.
And so I'm going east into Buffalo.
Yeah,
that's what
it stays up above 180, I-80.
See, I'm glad you said that. So for us, what it looks like is our climate went over and down. Like, in other words, it wasn't really a temperature change as it was. Texas northern climate kind of slid down on top of Louisiana and Mississippi. It's like it moved over. And you can tell the bottom part of Texas is even warmer, more like New Mexico. It's like the whole climate shifted east.
Yeah.
Just for us, I can't speak for anybody else, but it does seem like it's moving more than it's changing. Because you can find your climate in another state and you're kind of like, oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, Florida and Louisiana are always different. No, guys, we get 70 inches of rain in New Orleans. Yeah. You get the same where I live on the coast. Yeah, we get half our year is sunny, half our year is rainy. Oh no, there's worse rainy places than we are. Not a lot. Yeah. I mean, we're up in the top 10%, but most states in the union don't get 70 inches of rain now. But there are places in the world that do.
Hey guys, I gotta run. I gotta run, dudes. I gotta run.
Get some sleep,
right,
man.
John. Thanks for hanging in.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Be good, Sean. Nice seeing you, babe.
Good seeing you too, Joe.
That's all. Let's see. I forgot what I was going to ask Alexa now. Damn it.
Oh.
Let's unplug
another
this.
senior moment.
Yeah, that's what shit happens. What can you do? Not. What do you mean, Jeffrey? No.
Okay, well, hey, this is promising while you're doing that, looking that up. 20 minutes ago from the New York Times, Iran war live updates, hopes for peace deal rise after Iran says Strait is open. Well, just because they say it so doesn't make it so, does it?
No, I was just reading Pete Hagg said. That's what I was looking for. Pete Hagg has just said, no deal. We're going to start bombing infrastructure.
Yeah. I mean, they're at the 11th hour. They need to get an agreement together, or Trump's going to, bomb their ass out of existence.
They just don't get it. I mean, they're trying.
He'll do it. Yeah, he'll do it.
Well, they're trying to stall, hoping that Russia or China will give them weapons, but neither China
or they're stalling to try to either, if they have the uranium somewhere, to try to enrich it, or that they're trying to get it out of the country. They're trying to stall for some reason, and it's classic. They've been doing it for 7 years. Bomb the shit out of them. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to keep the ceasefire, so bomb the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
then there's a big push to there's all kind of new memes out showing, Obama sending them pallets of money in the middle of the night.
Right. What was it? $4 billion Obama gave him?
$4 billion. It was $1 billion per pallet, and it was 11 different currencies. Come on.
Yeah, 11 different countries' currencies on top of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And small bills. Yeah. 50s and 100s.
That sounds like what you give to somebody for ransom.
Or a drug deal.
Yeah.
And
only
then
been
what
dropped once and never been sold or never been used.
Yeah, that's not the only thing they gave back. We gave back all that seized territory and all those seized buildings. I mean, it came out to be a lot. We're talking, at least $10 or $15 billion worth of stuff.
Yeah, and whatever equipment we left behind, although we have sabotaged some of it. I mean, it was the sabotage was only temporary.
Yeah, but not in Iran. We didn't leave anything behind in Iran. But
no, in Iraq, when Biden pulled out, we left a lot of equipment that they could actually, yes, they sabotaged most of it, but they could still get it going again eventually.
Hold on a second. Emily's calling me. Hold on, let me put you on.
Oh, okay.
United Public Radio, live on air. What can I do for you?
You're live on the air?
Yeah, but I'll get you on mute.
Oh.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
I had enough.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging ET in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
Was a Louisiana man named Montaldo. Folks around called him Six Gun Joe. works with ICAR, don't you know? Investigating UFOs. Out for a drive with a gal one night, they stopped to check out a reporting site. When an alien lit right there on the ground, commenced to throwing his weight around. Now, old Six Gun didn't take too kindly to that kind of thing, especially without Vaseline or anything like that, you know. Seriously. Well, Six Gun looked that critter right in the eye and said, "Any last wish before you die?" Yells, reached for his gun, quick as a twitch, and said, "Fill your claw, you son of a bitch." Now a legend spread across the land about this pistol-waving man. But if you're from space or from Earth below, you don't give no lip to Six Gun Joe.
There we go. A little Six Gun Joe. You're still muted.
All right, we're back. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go upstairs in a few minutes. It's been interesting, man. It's I gotta say, it's been interesting up here. I'm gonna give away some of these books when me and you get back on air, probably next week sometime. And then I'll give away some of these T-shirts and a couple of other things I'm gonna give away. And we're working on a deal for an art class with I forgot his name, a very famous artist. It's Bob Eklund. No, who the hell was it? I can't remember right now, but they're out of Florida, but they do Zoom classes. So we're going to give away one of those in the near future. Cool. We'll tell you what you got to do to win it. The books are generally going to be whatever question one of us come up with, or if we ask a question, maybe something that happened at the event. You can go look and see. There's going to be lots of pictures going up, but you'll see all over the place. There's been a lot of people that attended. There was a lot of famous people. There were just a lot of everyday people, a lot of judges and that are famous. And I know one of the guys wrote to me from the network today asking me if Orson Scott Card was there, and he was definitely there. He actually wrote an extra story for the book, for the picture. He wrote a story to the picture. So it's weird how they do their covers, guys. Some artists, usually one of the winners, or if there's someone very famous, does the cover. And then somebody writes the story to the cover. Yeah, so it's always interesting to see how it is. And I'm into artwork. You probably can't see it because I'm on the wrong computer, but that's just shocking. I don't remember which one won first place. Well, 4 of them won first place. Okay, let me rephrase that. So the way it works is they pick a first, second, and third place winner every quarter. This was a great picture, by the way. This one right here. They're all good pictures. I don't want to take away from anybody. And then the people who won first place get to compete for the grand prize. So if 4 of the authors and 4 of the illustrators compete for the $5,000 prize. So they give them $1,000 if they win first place, and then if they win a grand prize, they give them another $5,000.
Nice.
So they also give them a check for their work in the book, and they let them keep the rights to their work.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. This guy right here.
Cool.
Jim Mesklin did Space Can for us the other night. L. Ron Hubbard wrote this little short story called Space Can. And Jim Mesklin came and read to us as one of those little radio. Cool. And we had one of those guys with those little, they're not bongos, they call them something else. He says you have to learn the language to play them. It was interesting. But the radio things, little shows are always good. Sometimes they got more than one actor. This one was just Space Can. It was about a spaceship that was taking on ships bigger than it. and what happened to it. It was on the original.
Like the little train that could, but UFO themed.
Kind of, sort of. Well, it wasn't even UFO. I mean, it was just a battle in space. But who did this? Let me see. Let's find out exactly who did it. Wrong one. It was Celerio Cabral. Yeah, he's a very famous artist, actually. And I mean, they're all in there. There's a little dragon for you to look at. The dragon eyes, man. Barely can see me there. There's another great picture. I mean, it.
Hey, look at the screen real quick. It looks like you have two shirts on. Look at it.
Does
the
it?
picture behind you finishes you off with like the arm and stuff.
That's weird. And then there's these. This one right here is from one of the winning stories. That's April Solomon's work. She that's for another story. She we all call her the Dragon Lady.
Yeah, we interviewed her, didn't we?
Yeah. We've interviewed her a couple times. She's really good. And then this guy here, this one, won the grand prize.
Nice.
And so I can't pronounce his name. Is anyway. I think he calls it Bagakas. Anyway, he's a nice guy. I talked to him for a while. He said he got in an American grocery store and didn't have a fucking clue what to buy. Nothing looked familiar to him. Wait, he's never seen American products before.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sounds like he's from one of like the Eastern European countries or something. I know the country. He said it a couple of times, but it's just a little bitty, tiny little country. He had a lot of fun. Everybody had a pretty good time. The lady from she wasn't even from Joburg. She was actually from another province, but she had to take a mini flight to Joburg and then take Joburg to wherever it had to go, then jump another plane to come over, and then she landed in Heathrow, I think, or in London, and then had to come over on the plane. It was a 26-hour flight.
Damn.
I know people, 26 hours on an airplane. To fuck with that. I don't know if I'd want to see Australia that much. I'd have to take a boat.
Yeah. Take a long, slow boat with a nice big cabin and a couple of bedrooms.
Well, that's one of the jokes we make when we're at the L. Ron Hubbard Museum, because he crisscrossed all around the world a lot. But a couple of those were slow boats to China, literally slow boats to China, because there was no such thing as a fast boat back then. But he was everywhere. He up and down the coast, Arctic missions, mapping stuff. This guy was. You remember when they talk about explorers? He had 3 Explorer Club flags. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be invited to the Explorer Club to join. You can't just join. And he had 3 different flags, 3 different Explorer missions that he completed. He did the first radio something scope in the Arctic. The first person to ever do it. There was experimental equipment back then. It was standard issue until we got into the digital world. The man just did a lot. Every time I go to a museum, it's amazing. Whether you get into his other stuff and like Dianetics and Scientology, it doesn't really matter, because when you look at who he was, he is extremely well traveled. He went to all kind of villages all over the world. He spoke like 11 languages. He showed the Navy new healthcare or new mental health care to help get the people out work. They still use today, by the way. He just, I guess he wrote Dianetics, by the way, which was a bestseller. I think it broke records on how long it was on top of the list. Jimmy, Dianetics isn't Scientology. Dianetics is Dianetics. It's used in Scientology, but it was before Scientology. It was a book he wrote on how to address a lot of different issues. Yeah, Scientology
came from Slovakia.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah, Slovakia.
Nice guy, had a good time, kind of weirded out about being in America. But,
sure, I can imagine.
Well, they hear horror stories about our country over there. And when people come over and they hang out with it, they're like, well, this ain't what America is. Shit, there's a couple of Brits touring, bodybuilding, his wife, a couple of other just everyday Joes. But there's about 50 of them right now. They got visas and don't want to leave. And they're making videos every day to show the Europeans that no, the media is not telling you the truth about America. Because one of the things that the myth in Europe is that Americans are not well traveled. But that's because Europeans don't understand how big our country is. So Europeans consider themselves well traveled because there's all those little countries all over Europe to go to. What is it, 30 countries in the EU and
30 or 40 countries, yeah.
So you got all those to go to. Well, they don't realize the United States, land-wise, is bigger than the EU. They may have more citizens, but we got more territory. And
we have
once you start
and we have all kinds of territory. Like they don't have, necessarily the type of big mountains we have over here, like the Rockies and stuff like that. They have a few, the Andes.
And then you just so much beautiful territory, and every state is different. They talk different, they act different, the food is different. That's the number one thing everybody says I've talked to over there is they cannot get over the difference in food here. They said your fast food even tastes good. He said food in Europe sucks. So the once great proud Europe is starting to fall because they went liberal. I got to go anyway because I got to go meet John up there. Jay, I'll try to check
out anyway.
Yeah, I'll try to check in with you tomorrow just to make sure everything's going good. But I know you know how to handle it, so I'm not going to worry about it. And
no worries.
Yeah, but if you need me, holler at me. Like I said, I'll probably have my phone with me till 3 o'clock here, which is I might actually talk to you because 3 o'clock here is 6 o'clock where you are. So
yeah.
So I'll show. I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep in touch. Just going to say something. Anyway, let me go run upstairs and. Nice talking at you, man. I'll talk at you soon. How you get out this thing?
Yep. All right. Yep. And thanks everybody for watching. News on the Flip Side. We'll be back tomorrow with the chat. And stay tuned. Things to come. Good night, everybody.